rebuild of the favorites. We here for the latest. South side or the north side, not tuned to the greatest. Home team for the home teams. Both sides got our own rings. On the mound or the long ball, but we don't put the wrong strings. Yeah. It's that time of the year now. Wrigley or Gantee, so the whole league that we hear now. New show with a new mood. Discussions and interviews. Straight rumors that might be. This is Pinwheels and Knife.
This is what you're looking for. I dance every day. Every
Did
time
you
we do the show
see-
for
Did you
5
see
years,
Daryl's
I dance.
follow-up tweet?
Who?
The guy who wrote the story, Daryl Van Schouwen's follow-up tweet that they're going to
No.
try to model the stadium after what the Braves did.
Oh, dude. All right. So hold on real quick. Let's do the retweets. And yes, for 5 years straight, once a week, sometimes twice a week, I dance to our intro music. People still tell me, although, and I still tell my boy that made it, that I constantly get DMs, tweets, texts, all that stuff. Still the best opening song out of any sports podcast out there. And you know what?
Ooh, the viewers are coming in. People are excited about the new Sox Stadium, baby. Look at this. Cracking the century mark. There you go.
I like it. I like it. All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1. What's going on, everybody? It is Thursday, January 18th, and you have found the Pinwheels and Ivy podcast. I'm your host, Matt Zwoski, a.k.a. Southside Zoe, a.k.a. Father Zoe. With me, as always, my guy, Mr. Aldo Soto.
It's been very slow once again, free agent wise, off season wise. We get like a move a week, but the White Sox just dropping this great piece of information on our laps for like 20 minutes before we go live. Love it. White Sox are gonna have a new stadium, guys. No need to worry about making the long trip to Nashville in 10 years.
Yeah, and then also you guys might notice that K-Fizz isn't here. He is working his really jobby job, so go bug him on Twitter.
Also,
Kick rocks, Mitch.
We are going to lead off the show with the breaking news about the White Sox new stadium potential. We got to use a lot of words like that, although potential.
reportedly in serious talks. There you go.
Reportedly in serious talk stadium. We are going to talk prospects list, Cubs trade. And I'll tell you what we're not going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to talk about Dylan Cease because I'm sick of that shit. It's the same 6 teams. It's the same prospects. Either do it or don't. There you go. That's talking Dylan Cease. All right.
Shout out Drew. Drew's looking forward to Cease talk.
So
check
all
out
that
our
being
free.
said-
You know what? For the people
Yeah.
who do want Dylan Cease trade talk, check out our
Look at the
previous
last 8
episode with
episodes.
Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. And then the last 8 episodes. All that being said, we got shit to talk about. We gotta get on this. Let's tap this keg. As always, the show is brought to you by Sports Micro, sportsmicro.com. Make sure you download the app, turn on push notifications to be the first one of your friends to know anything and everything that happens in Chicago sports, like building a new stadium or trading the first draft pick. Sports Micro, sportsmicro.com. And it's also brought to you by Uncle Bud's. 9700 South Cicero for you old heads. It's where TCs used to be in Oak Lawn. Specials every day, activities going on like bingo, karaoke. They got trivia nights. There's something going on every night there. Live music, awesome Golden Tee machine, Zoe tested, Zoe approved. Get your butts down to Uncle Bud's, 9700 South Cicero. Let's get into it all. So breaking news that came out literally 5 minutes before we started the show. That's why we started a little bit late. The White Sox are allegedly, jerks, I'm saying that now, allegedly in serious talks about building a new stadium. And folks, this news just keeps getting better and better. We're going to talk about it. So where the stadium is located at is, what is it now called? Although the 78, there you go. I had a brain fart. I was still on there. So everybody knows it as the 78 because it is technically the 78th neighborhood in Chicago. It's on Roosevelt and Clark. Big open plot of land that it's mind blowing that no one has taken advantage of this plot. What up, Palm? Taking advantage of this plot of land yet.
I had to laugh. I mean,
That is pretty good. That's pretty good. Eric said probably in Kansas City. But it's crazy that this plot of land has just been sitting there for years and years and years. I mean, shout out to the homie White Sox Dave, who just tweeted his tweet from 2016 saying that the White Sox should build a stadium there. Now, folks, so many things, so many wrongs can be righted if they do go through with this. Now, as Aldo mentioned, there is chatter going on that they're going to try to model it over what they did in Atlanta. And I don't know if you people have seen it or not. If you've been there, Atlanta has a gorgeous ballpark. It is top of the line. It's new. They got that beautiful brick wall in right field with the restaurant right there. You could sit down. It's beautiful ballpark, great parking. From my experience, I'm sure there's going to be 10 comments. The parking there sucked. Everyone has different experiences, jerks. But the other things that they could do, where they can locate the stadium, and they have the ability now, they can angle it where you have basically the Chicago skyline. And when my face gets real bright like this, it's because I'm looking at a map where they can have the Chicago skyline over the left field wall. And then people hitting it can hit nukes to right field. We're calling them river shots. But yes, I have a feeling that some of the people
What did I tell you right
walking
before we
distance,
started the show? So I'm like, Beefloaf's going to be the most pissed off. He's not just going to be able to walk to the game anymore.
yes, I understand. And yes, the traffic would probably suck ass during weekday games when that area is pretty crowded. But for people like me that have a tough time, I know beef, but people like me that have a tougher time getting to the current stadium without driving themselves, which I don't know if you guys know this or not, I like to have a beverage or two. So I don't like driving, or it's a $60 Uber, $60 plus Uber. So I don't really have a good way to get there. But this new stadium, if they build it within the 78, I can take that Southwest line, baby, right into Union Station, and that's a 10-minute Uber. So this could be, we're cooking now. There's red line stops. Shit, they can extend the water taxi. Driving's going to be a nightmare. I'll just say it. Beef's not wrong, and I know Beef's on board with it. It's a good idea. Josh Nelson also mentioned it too. 78 new stadium equals 78 new Sox podcasts. But there's a lot of land there. They can still build out a pretty good sized parking lot, depending on what happens with who they build around it. I don't think they would get rid of the tradition of the South Side and tailgating. That would be a really, really stupid thing for them to do. But don't ever doubt this team's ability to piss off their fans. So, but the big thing here, headline that we're burying, is this is going to hopefully eliminate Nashville talks. This is going to eliminate something, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so, yeah, man, I am all for this. I think if they do this correctly, which again, I'm not going to give them that much credit, but the option is there. And this should get you excited. And another thing, White Sox fans, if you want to think bigger picture, take a step back and take the 10,000 view of this. If you're going to spend all that money for a new stadium, you better damn well put a product in that stadium that's going to get people to go to that stadium. You see what I'm saying? You smell me here? Because, like, if you spend all this money and you build a beautiful new stadium and you have the background and you have the river shots and you have, you can't be playing in front of 10,000 people. You can't be doing that. So the way to get butts and seats is improving the product at hand. And right now the White Sox are fucking cheeks. We all know that. So maybe this deal gets done, the bureaucrats and whatever fat cats sign on the dotted line and this gets in motion. Maybe this lights a fire under the team's ass. But yeah, no.
I do have to say their current deal does run through 2029.
Yeah.
So
there's time, man. You can't flip a switch.
Jerry's still going to give Chris Getz like another 7 years to get it right for that opening in 2030.
Yeah. Well, Jerry's 89, man. That's 5 years away. I mean, we're rolling the dice at this point.
Well, that's why
I would too.
Well,
So
that's why he wants this new deal. This new deal for a new stadium. Because guess what? He's finally going to join like modern baseball owners and be like, oh wait, I can make even more money if I actually build like all these shopping centers around my stadium, all these
Yep.
bars that I'm gonna have that real estate in. I can actually make more.
And that's the point that a good friend of the show, one of the uncles from 108, Beef Loaf, said. He said, if I'd be shocked if there was tailgating at this joint, I assume they'd want the bars and restaurants around it like Wrigley. And the more I think about, literally this happened 5 minutes before we came out, folks. So we're processing this while we're talking to you. But that makes a lot more sense because then Jerry will own the bars and the restaurants or have something to do with it to make more money. And that stops jerks like us from buying $10 30 racks of Busch Light and a couple $2 McDonald's cheeseburgers, getting your shit rocked before you walk in the game and having like 2 beers at the game.
Yeah.
So
you White Sox fans better enjoy your whiskey at Comiskey with the bums, so because those are going to be running out.
But man, this could be a gorgeous stadium, dude. Oh, that's a
it could be. Oh no, I was saying the other thing, and like the thing that everyone makes fun of the White Sox with their stadium is how they just built it the wrong way, and they could have just had it facing the Chicago skyline if they would have turned it.
If they turned it, we have a stadium comparable to like Pittsburgh and shit, like with a beautiful.
It could be so beautiful. Exciting news for the White Sox. Obviously, you always want something new is always going to be exciting, right? You're not going to know until it opens up. But this just goes to show that all that Nashville talk was just like, and again, look at the timing.
Leverage, man.
Yeah, look at the timing. All that happened in like what, October, November. Then he has the meeting with the mayor in Nashville. It's like wink, wink. Hey, we might consider Nashville. It's like they just wanted a new fucking stadium. That's all this was. Jerry just wanted a new stadium.
This comment from my homie Senor Sox. This is a deep White Sox Twitter cut. So there's not a lot of people that are going to know about this, but yeah, it says rest in peace, Lot G kill zone.
and for the first couple of years. Or for the first couple of years, when it is just like the novelty of a new baseball stadium, and fans do just go to check it out, it's gonna be a sad day for the Sox fans who can't make the joke about Wrigley anymore. That people just show up for the party, because guess what? People are just gonna show up for the party at first.
I mean, they
unless the Sox are actually good,
there, dude.
Then they're gonna show up because the Sox are good.
You know how hilarious it'd be if they built like a hotel by the stadium? That hotel would be so tore up. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
My Sox summer is gonna be banged in the hotel window.
Let's see if the elitists move with the stadium, buddy. It's not a hop, skip, and a jump away anymore. But yeah, we already showing up to the park drunk is not the problem. We're pretty damn good at that. It's who's getting paid for it is the problem.
Right.
Because right now, like I said, I'll drop $12 on my way to the game, pick up a 30 rack of Busch Light, get blinded because people are taking shots and everything before I even go into the damn game. And then I maybe buy 2 tall boys while I'm in the game because I'm already pretty tore up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
Oh, for sure.
And, everyone should know their limits. Drink responsibly, folks. And so, like, that's why it's just like. But that's what
baseball talk, Zoe.
No, he's right. Nathan in the comments on Facebook said, forget building a new stadium. How about we need a better competitive team that's going to make a playoff appearances every year? You're 100% right, Nathan. And that's one of the things that I'm saying, if this is another reason why this makes me excited, because if they're going to go through all the hassle and the time and the energy spent, Alex, I'm sleeping over if they build a new stadium. All the time and energy spent in this new stadium, you would think that they would put energy into building the team into a product that will put butts into the seats of said new stadium.
I also wonder.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
I'm saying this right? Although, like, you get what I'm saying.
Oh, for sure. No, yeah.
Okay.
People aren't going to show up to your new thing if your product. Again, you're going to get that first year. It's like, oh, a new stadium. Let's go check it out. Oh, there's stores around the thing. Let's go. You take whoever. New restaurants. Oh, maybe you actually get a couple decent places. You go there, you go to the game, bang, you'll get there for the first couple of years. But guess what? If you have a shitty team, people can go to nice restaurants elsewhere. They can go to shopping malls elsewhere.
Yeah,
they're not going to make that drive over there.
that novelty wears off pretty damn quick. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. What I was going to mention is I don't know all the details of like their current deal. I know it has to do with like the state, and they don't always like some sort of money switches hands between the Sox and the state. And it's kind of a sweetheart deal, I think. But then I think the Sox also kind of get screwed sometimes. I don't know. But I do wonder, does Jerry, this might excite some White Sox fans, or maybe most of them. Jerry, new stadium, you know what that does to your team, right? It drives up the team's value too.
Yep.
What if he's like, hey, potential buyers, I just got this sweet ass location, new state of the art ballpark. I got restaurants, stores, maybe a hotel. Give me all your billions of dollars before I write off into the
let's do that. There seems to be a good amount of people watching us, and shout out to the newer listeners that are here. You can catch us on Spotify and all other podcast platforms tomorrow if you want to re-listen to it. We also would love to see a super chat. That's fine. That's how we get paid to do this shit. But
another bidding war would be fine.
Yeah, let's play a little game, folks. Who do you think is going to flip the bill for the new stadium, like Guaranteed Rate Stadium, or
who's
US
going to
Cellular One Field?
Who's going to pony up to $20 million per year to get their name in front of the new Sox stadium?
So
I wanted to ask you, so before Guaranteed Rate bought the naming rights, did you even know about them?
I don't think they're going to call it the Taxpayer Ballpark, but that would be the real name. That'd be the name of a lot of different ballparks around Major League Baseball. Guaranteed Rate, Gulpin Rate. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know Guaranteed Rate was a cell phone company until they became the White Sox.
They're not. Aren't they like a mortgage company or a loan?
Oh, Guaranteed Rate. I'm sorry. I was talking about US Cellular. I've never heard of US Cellular. Guaranteed Rate I heard about because that's actually who I used to buy this house. But
okay.
It'd be
like what is that random? Here we go.
Yep. Now we're in Drew's first. Start the bidding war. Goose Island Stadium. Oh, direct slap in the face to the 108 homies. Oh, that would just make it even worse. That's another White Sox Twitter deep cut. But yeah, it would definitely be interesting because Chico's bail bonds ain't going to be able to fit the bill for this. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be.
Is where the Lakers and Clippers did theirs get renamed to like the Bitcoin, or what was it, like the?
No, it was the one that got in trouble for the big scam. It was like the crypto arena.
Oh yeah,
and then that dude got he got busted for fraud and like stealing people's money and shit. So I don't know what it's called again, but it used to be the Staples Center.
Right. But I remember when they changed it, and it was like, what the fuck is this shit?
And then people start buying office equipment, and they're like, yeah, crypto. You got a lot of money.
Like, yeah, what could be like a random ass sponsor and it just comes out of nowhere? Like like Subway has to like redo their image after, they're still
Subway Stadium.
Crypto.com
arena. There you go.
Yeah, the crypto.com. It was just like, what?
Crypto.com arena. I don't know who else is Jerry got. Who's in Jerry in bed with?
Like, right. Well, it's gonna be like another like mortgage company that comes out, or like a lower level mortgage company that's trying to like, hey, know us, or a bank. Has to be some bank names out there, and your new bank comes up. Because again, if this happens, this is gonna be like what, like 6-7 years down the road. So there's plenty of time for new companies to come up.
Give us the most Chicago names you can. Menards Park, Planet Fitness Stadium, Peter Francis Geraci Park. Now we're talking like Moo and Oink Field. Like that'd be stuff like that. I mean, it'd be too great, but yeah.
Portillo's Park. The ownership, they want to get their name out.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of people that this could be. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting hot tips here.
Ooh.
On the line, but holy shit.
What?
I can't say it. He asked me not to say it on a show, but let's just say we're on the right track with big corporations.
Wait. Give us the field. Let's try. We don't have to break. Oh.
The Jewel Field.
The Dougie, love it.
Dougie Fresh representing for Chicago Sports Farms live on Monday nights at 9 o'clock. Hell yeah!
Yes,
the Jewel
hey,
Field.
we're going over to the Jewel. We're going over to Jewels. And we're like, what do you mean?
There's some really good ones here. Welcome to JG Wentworth Stadium. 877 cash now. That's the whole name. That's the entire name. That would be fantastic. What else we got? We got Giordano's Pizza Palace. This one. Bing Bong. Bing Bang Bong Stadium. Oh, that fucking commercial. Oh, this one would be dope. Victory Auto Record Stadium. And like when you go in, you have to open the door and it like fake falls. That'd be cool. The Jewels the Jewels.
I mean, yeah, Jewels is.
We're going down that line. That's a good line. I don't know. There's a lot of Marianos. I feel like Marianos could do it. There's actually a Marianos right by where the stadium's going to be. That'd be interesting. GameStop's got a lot of new money.
GameStop Stadium.
That'd be funny as hell. That would be a big FU to a lot of people. Portillo, Shake Shack. I'm just trying to think of like Maxwell Street Field. They don't got that kind of loot.
So I was going to ask you obviously the White Sox, their stadium, they've changed it and they've had corporate names before. But like what do you refer to? Because like you went from like U.S. Cellular to like Guaranteed Rate Field, and that was like so random.
So
like, would you call it that?
No, I've over the years, and especially because we do this show and all this stuff, like I always go like tongue in cheek and like U.S. Cellular Guaranteed Field or U.S. Cellular Comiskey Park or whatever. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It depends on what it is and all that fun stuff. But it's probably just still going to be. Chicagoans will call it just like the Sears Tower. It'll be Sox Park, or it'll just whatever. I mean, usually on the south side, you just be like, I'm going to a ball game or I'm going to a baseball. You know, like people know where you're going. We got some more good ones coming in. Swaparama Field, Judge Mathis Memorial Stadium. He's not dead, but Vienna Stadium. Oh shit, Chief Keef Park. Some people definitely still call it the Cell. It's because that's kind of a dope name. Yeah, and you would get an all-star game within a game or two. That's right, Dougie. I mean,
for sure.
You get a lot of more stuff on once you get
they'd probably get it before the Cubs are going to, because apparently the Cubs just can't get at the all-star game again.
Welcome to Carlton. If they named it Carlton Fisk Park, I would never go to another game.
Ooh,
that's a story for another episode.
What player would you be okay if it's named after him?
Would I be okay
Fisk
with
off your list?
So I got to name a player that I'm okay with.
Yeah, you're okay with. I don't think that it would happen, but
Frank Thomas.
Okay.
Frank's got a big hurt field or something like that. 588-2300 Empire Stadium, Pete's Market Stadium, CDW Field. Oh my goodness. James Fields Memorial Stadium.
There you go. That one.
Supermercado Field. We still call it Sears Tower Field. Oh my goodness.
If Jerry's still older, if he's still the owner when it opens up, you can call it the Jerry's World.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
What if they get a gum company like Juicy Fruit Stadium? Try to rival Wrigley.
There's a lot of
Bubba Park.
Big League Chew Stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting.
Trident Field, Eclipse Stadium. Ooh, follow-up question. Do you want a retractable roof?
Yes. I'm going to say yes.
I don't think I saw that in the Sunshine story, but I just thought about that. We always complain about shitty weather in April, and then
I mean, okay,
there's a chance here because then that opens up for more things too.
There's going to be a lot of the John Cusack Stadium. There's going to be a lot of hardos that once I say yes to the retractable roof are going to be like, oh, that's not real, blah, blah, blah. No. Baseball in Chicago in March and even into April it's not really a great time, folks.
When's the last good opening day you've gone to?
Yeah,
Weather.
I mean, I think a couple years ago there was one that was like weirdly in the 50s. Like it was just like a anomaly.
I just
But
feel
for the
like
most
every
part-
time, dude, it's like 38 freezing rain.
Yeah, no, it's tough. I mean, it's cold and like it's not enjoyable really. The best part is the tailgate, like most games have been in the last couple of years, but
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, you got to do the retractable roof. I don't think it'd be a minor league field. I think this would be a nice, like they said, if we're using Atlanta as the blueprint, I'm very much in for this. I think this could
Yeah.
be really nice.
So in the Sun-Times story where the news broke Wednesday night, Daryl Renshon wrote it. I think what did I tell you? It was a Chicago stadium consultant. He said that in the space that they have, they can do like a 35,000 to 38,000 seat stadium. But that was also including, I think, if they wanted to do a parking lot. If they don't do the parking lot, obviously you can make it much bigger.
Right. So I don't know, man. There's so many possibilities. The mind is really going on this now. You know what I mean? Like it's like there's some cool things.
Well, how about you personally, Zoe? We saw obviously Alex talking about how selfishly it would be a great new spot for him to
I
go
already
to games.
said,
What about you?
now that I don't I'm not in the city limits anymore, it would be really nice because it opens up a lot of different train lines, metro train lines to get to games, because you could take the metro train into Union Station and it's a 10-minute Uber from Union Station. So that's going to open up the doors for a lot of people to be able to, because the only metro train that gets you to the park as it stands right now is the Rock Island line or the Red Line for the L train. So yeah, I mean, this opens it up a lot more. So that'd be pretty awesome. It'd make life a lot easier.
By the way, for the diehard Chicago Fire fans, I know there's some out there. The Fire
out
could move to
Baloney.
Guaranteed Rate Field. That
Oh,
was in the
shit.
story as well, in the Chicago Sun-Times. So there you go. Other stadium
There you
news.
go. I know we got at least one
Yeah,
person
shout out
that
Baloney.
likes the Fire. Shout out Baloney.
I see you tweeting sometimes about the Fire.
Yeah, no, that
Shout
would
out
be
the 98 Fire.
that makes a lot of sense. And then if the Bears go out to Arlington Heights. Oh wow, there's a lot of moving parts here.
Yeah. You can see 3
Interesting.
teams move locations in the span of what, less than a decade.
Traffic would be tough, though. I keep circling back to that. Traffic would be tough.
What is your normal? Okay, right now, Zoe. Obviously you don't have to give away your location because there are some sickos in the chat. Shout out. What's your like regular weeknight travel wise for a game?
To go to the game like on like a random Tuesday night or whatever?
Yeah, like 7:10 first pitch. How long is it going to take you to get there?
That's the thing, man. I'm a slave to the Stevenson. I'm a slave to 55. I got no other way to go. And people saying just jump on the Rock Island, that's a pain in the ass for me to get to too. Like it is what it is, So I gotta leave. If I want to like tailgate and chill for a 7:10, I gotta leave the house probably about 4:30.
What if there's no big tailgates planned out? It's the last minute decision. What's the latest you can get there and still get the first pitch?
I mean, it really, really, really all depends on traffic.
On a regular traffic day.
Yeah. Probably about 45 minutes.
Okay. And so how much would this new location take you?
Well, it takes all the driving out.
What if you had to drive? Let's just say that.
If I had to drive, I have no idea because traffic's going to be worse. It'll probably be like an hour.
Okay, I mean that's not too bad.
And again, it's all depends on OnlyFans Rock. It all depends on.
I wouldn't rule out OnlyFans Stadium for 2030 White Sox.
Doesn't another adult film company every year try to buy the naming rights down in Miami.
Yeah,
for
so
where
they
the Heat
always send
play.
I think it's the Cam.
Cam Soda or
Yeah,
no,
they,
it's
they
the,
always send those. They always do the PR stunts where they send out the PR
no,
emails.
I'm pretty sure it's like Bang Bus Stadium comes up every year down in Miami, and like they put like a legit offer in, and every year they're like, no, you can't do
Reality
that.
Kings Field at oh well, you're gonna have some trouble there with the Latin Kings. Never mind.
Yeah,
Never,
no crowns,
never mind.
no crowns, no crowns, no crowns. Obviously, with the Chicago River splitting the 78, the architects can create a stadium like the San Francisco Giants on the lake. That's what I'm saying, Norman.
Oh no,
There
you're
could
gonna have
we
some
get
incredible views. Like you mentioned,
incredible
PNC with the
views.
rivers there.
Yep,
San
and then
Francisco with the
you can have
bay.
the skyline as the backdrop. You could be doing river bombs. There could be all kinds of fun stuff, man. If they can do this, they can really do this right.
Ooh, bring back. I know they went bankrupt like 20 years ago, but with Colson Montgomery, I mean, he's probably like a 2-time MVP by then. Bring back Montgomery Ward Field.
Oh,
Remember
jeez.
Montgomery Ward?
Yeah, aren't they all closed?
Yeah, no, they went bankrupt like 2 decades ago.
That's a big deal because they used to have the big Christmas thing, or that was Marshall Fields.
That was the big store at the mall I used to go to when I was little at and in Riverside.
That's
And they shut
wild,
down,
though.
and Sears took over.
Yeah. So for those of you that are 26 in California. For those of you that are joining in a little bit late, welcome. We had some breaking news that we had to address right away. The White Sox are allegedly in serious discussions to build a new stadium in the area known as the 78. Basically, what did I say? Roosevelt and Clark?
Yes.
Is that where we're at? Clark and
Yes.
Roosevelt? Yeah. A lot of possibilities. Who is doing renderings already? What?
Ooh. I mean, come on, Zoe. It's AI.
It's true. I'm gonna have to share my screen because these are dope. Hold on.
Are there some out there?
Yeah, these are from a Twitter account at Sockside Boys. Hold on, let me share the screen because these are really, really cool. Share. You see it?
Yes.
Let me
Look
blow
at
it
that.
up. It won't let me make it any bigger.
Look at that little Gallagher way for the White Sox.
Yeah, right here. Got the whole. You can hit river bomb, but see, this has it facing away from the river.
Oh no, mistake. Can't be doing that.
Well, then here, yeah, because see, this is where they have the stadium. Home plate's here facing this way downtown.
Yeah. Well, what do you want? Do you want the skyline or the river?
Skyline, probably.
But
yeah,
the
look
river
at shit.
bombs,
Look at right down
man.
here. Look at right here. You got your water cab drop off.
Yeah.
Build a hotel. Yeah, there's the stadium. Boom. Looking right there. River running along it. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is really, really nice. Really nice. Also, shout out to people that know how to do that AI stuff that quickly. Because
Right. No. Oh no. And for the people who think we're joking, like, oh, anybody can just like type in, like, no, I've tried doing that before for other shit, and I'm like, well, where are these people getting these awesome AI pictures? And I like get shitty. I was trying to do when that fake rumor of Shohei Ohtani being at Nobu, and I was like, Shohei Ohtani at Nobu, and I just got like these random kind of Japanese looking guy in a baseball jersey, like holding a fork. I'm like,
some of the people
this isn't
they
it.
get like that hyper realism or whatever, and I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do any of that stuff, but it's pretty cool. But I'm pumped for this, man. I know we just dropped 35 minutes on it. It's breaking news again that the White Sox are allegedly in serious talks to build a new stadium at the old 78 location on Clark and Randolph. Yeah, man, this can mean a lot of things for the organization. You're gonna have to put a product on the field that puts butts in seats if you spend that much money. You really are. So, I don't know if you guys got anything else.
By the way,
Go ahead.
if you still have some stadium names out there were some random ass.
Oh, you
Maybe
can
it's
keep
the
dropping
Pinwheels and
them.
Ivy Stadium. Who knows?
Yeah, you can keep dropping them. Absolutely. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. If you're watching us on Sports Mockery or on X, you can definitely show us a retweet there. You can like us at Pinwheels Ivy Pod. If you're watching us on Facebook, go ahead and like it, and then go over to YouTube real quick and like and subscribe the page. We really appreciate it. And
By the way, shout out to all the guys who super chat last week.
Yeah,
Special
that was
shout out to
awesome.
those guys.
The pregame show with Missy Carroll Stadium. Well, gotta have more than 2 episodes.
Oh. Wait, mean question, maybe. What happens first? New White Sox Stadium or next Missy podcast?
Flip a coin. Live this Friday, although in your face.
Okay. I'll be
Go
there.
check them out.
I watched
Make sure you
episode
like
1.
and subscribe. Yep. You got to watch the Alex Root episode too. It gets off the rails quick. It's hilarious.
Oh, I know that him solo host.
No, it's him and Missy. That was episode 2.
Oh, okay. That's the one I saw.
Yeah.
That's the one I
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah, super chats are good. We like super chats. Super chats are welcomed.
Super chat it now before Jerry takes your money for this new stadium. So give it to us first, and then
we'll hold it for you.
Yeah, we'll hold it.
Let us hold something for you. Yeah. So we did.
By the way, White Sox fans, get ready for that Twitter debate over the next 5 years. For the taxpayer money, should Jerry pay for his own stadium?
I mean, I'm sure there'll be a nice billionaire that comes in. Come on, Chicago. We got a lot of billionaires that came out of the city.
I mean, the ideal guy, it's Mark Cuban. If Mark Cuban ever wants to try to own a team again,
that'd be sick.
He tried to do it with the Cubs, and fucking Bud Selig was like, "Fuck off." Well, I think Jerry too. Jerry was part of that.
But now he doesn't own the Mavericks anymore, so maybe he can do it. There's no conflict or anything.
He's off of what was he off? Shark Tank now. What's he setting up? What's he doing?
That's the big question. I've seen a couple of theories about what he's setting up, but oh, Eric, we're not gonna read that one, buddy. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna like how you come off. Yeah, so we do have actual baseball stuff to talk about. Again, one thing we're not talking about tonight is Dylan Cease. It's the same 6 teams and the same prospects. So go ahead and look it up if you need to. But the Cubs did make a trade. I know there's a lot of White Sox people in here because we're talking about the White Sox stadium, but there was a trade. We do talk about the Cubs and the White Sox on this show. So although as the resident Cubs guy here today, why don't you go ahead and break down the trade, because this guy is not here today.
So last week, Thursday, the day after we recorded last week, Cubs traded for Michael Busch, who for Baseball America was going to be their number 1 prospect in the Dodgers system. Left-handed bat, plays third base, first base, second base, a little corner outfield. He was their 2019 first-round pick. Again, their top prospect according to some people, but definitely a top 2, top 3 guy. I'm sure some White Sox fans know something about him because he might have been a guy you guys were looking for with the Dylan Cease trade rumors.
He was definitely one of the ones I wanted.
Yep. He's a little older now, 26 now. And I know that's the biggest concern when and I guess not a concern, but it was an eye-raising thing when you see it, because normally when you get a big prospect name, they are a little younger. But he's 26. He barely played for the Dodgers in 2023. He got called up and then got sent down 3 times. So I think he got like 90 at-bats total. He barely played. And like they were all in chunks. Like you would be up for 2 weeks, down for like a couple months, up again. He barely played. Struggled. Obviously, the Dodgers have like an all-star team, so that's why he just didn't play. He was blocked by Freddie Freeman. He was blocked by Mookie Betts. He was blocked by Max Muncy. I mean, you're talking about two superstars, and then Max Muncy, who is a great power hitter.
Yep.
So for people being like, "Whoa, we're just getting the Dodgers leftovers," like, dude was just not going to play the Dodgers. They weren't just dumping him to dump him. The Cubs traded Jackson Ferris, who was their second-round pick in 2022. Out of high school. He's young. He made his debut in 2023. He was really damn good. It's always scary when you're trading with the Dodgers because you know damn well that he could be a star eventually. And again, Jackson Ferris, it's not like the Dodgers just like gave up Michael Busch for nothing. Jackson Ferris, and I think I told you this though, when I saw the return and like that's the first name that you saw, it was like shit.
Yeah, Aldo was not happy about that return.
I was not happy, and that goes into me just being not oblivious, but just not knowing enough about Michael Busch because I kept telling you guys I should be more excited. Like this is the Dodgers' #1 prospect. He, is a legit top 100 prospect by all the major publications. Cubs are getting like a power hitting lefty bat, and it's like, be more excited, you jackass. Like I'm telling myself, like, why am I worried about a 19-year-old teenager who like could get hurt next year and like he's like nothing? And then Zaire Hope was the other player, also a younger guy, 18, 19. He was picked, I think, in the 11th round in 2023. But yeah, the Cubs right now have a lefty bat who's either going to play third base or first base. And right now, as I put into the pre-show notes, it looks like they're going to give him the chance to be their starting first baseman.
Yes.
Which
they do have a need.
They need a need there, so they filled that. And that's what we knew heading into the offseason. The Cubs needed at least 2 like legit bats to add. Yes, this guy's still a prospect, so you still don't know if like he is going to be the real deal. But looking at the video, this dude has real pop. Again, it is AAA. The tough part is that he in AAA, he did play in the Pacific Coast League. So like those are all the stadiums out on the West. And and like I remember listening to the 108 last week, and they were talking about the PCL. And you're basically hitting like in Colorado every night when you're playing in the Pacific Coast League. Yeah, so I don't know how true some of those numbers are, but he dominated the minor leagues the last few years. Cubs fans should be excited that he's there. I am interested, though, what that means in terms of Rhys Hoskins, who's been connected to the Cubs since like the beginning of free agency. Does that take him out of the picture? I don't think it takes him out at all in Bellinger because Bellinger can still just play center field.
Right.
If the Cubs think that PCA is ready, you move Bellinger to first base and then you move Busch to DH.
To third.
Or you move Busch over to third base. Obviously, he's not going to be playing second base with Nico Horner already there. But you mix and match. Craig Counsell, hey, this is why they got him, right? Because he's supposed to be the guy who plays the matchups, knows where to play guys, mix and match. We need Brody coming in. Loves the Michael Busch talk.
We got a special guest. You can come here.
Ask Brody if he's excited for the new stadium.
Brody, are you excited the White Sox get a new stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So although you do have some questions, first one is the big one here. Because this is the one I was wondering about where to go. There we go. Don't the Cubs already have a bunch of these guys with Wisdom and Morel? Now, folks, I'm going to say as a non-Cubs fan, but just talking to Aldo and Fids every day, they're not really big Wisdom guys. So I think we're going to go from there.
See, like Patrick Wisdom at this point is just like a bench dude, platoon guy who you'll play him against some lefties. Not even all lefties, because he still struggles against good velocity. So you just want him in there banging the soft tossed and lefties, and he's just a pure platoon.
Hold on, sorry,
bat.
Aldo. You got something you got to say before you go?
No.
You don't want to talk to the people?
No.
No? Okay, he's just listening to Cubs.
He said enough. He said enough.
He's locked in. He's dialed in.
Christopher Morel is the interesting bat. I know me and Kevin don't agree a lot on Morel. To me, Morel could be a special bet. You're talking about a 24-year-old dude who hit 26 home runs last year in like 110 games. This dude has legit power. Everybody was moaning and crying when the Cubs let go Kyle Schwarber, and then he was hitting 40 home runs with the Phillies. Guess what? Christopher Bell could be that same dude. Would it be amazing if he could actually play third base? Yes, obviously. Because like if his defense is just even average, you're talking about like a 4-win player. Yes,
Now,
is he going to strike out? Yeah,
would
but he can hit 35 home runs a year.
Would you think, though, if the Cubs could, because this kind of leaks into something else. Now, the Cubs are being rumored to be in on trades for some of these veteran relievers. Now, if they have an abundance of these guys, if you will, do you think they could be putting together a package for a Class A? I know that Horton is the main piece they're looking for, but could it be like Horton and let's throw in Wisdom for a Class A?
Like for Class A, like I just don't see them trading Cade Horton. The main reason is like Cade Horton, 2022 first round pick, made his debut last season, dominated every single level he was at, was amazing at AA to finish the season. He's a starting pitcher. He could be up in the majors like in the second half of 2024. You don't trade that guy. You don't trade a like potentially stud starting pitcher for a reliever. And yes, Class A is an all-star closer. He's led the league in saves the last 2 years. I still wouldn't do it. Not for a reliever. I wouldn't do it not for a reliever. I just can't. And I know his contract is cheap as hell.
Yeah,
I think he's making like $4 million a year with Cleveland. But Cade Horton could make an impact for the Cubs this year. Like it's not like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy could be good like in 2 years. Like, oh, why are you so protective of a guy who isn't even going to be on the team until 2026? Like, no, he could be on the team like in July.
Right.
And be good.
And although what have we said on this show a billion times? You bring up pitching, you pay for hitting, not the other way around. And Horton is a big chip. Selfishly, I'd love to see Emmanuel Class A not on the Guardians. Dude's a stud. He's a prick, but he's one of those guys where if the White Sox like randomly traded for him tomorrow, I'd be like, hell yeah. But
hey, I know who else White Sox fans hate because of how good he is against you guys. And there's really only one name, and obviously there would have to be a lot more players in this deal. Again, the Cleveland asking for Cade Horton for amount of Class A, that's just like a you hang up. The Cubs still do need a third baseman.
Yep. Yeah, take Jose Ramirez.
If by any chance Jose Ramirez is like, all right, fine, trade me.
That'll ever happen.
Like Cade Horton's on the table, and then you keep adding some of those.
You put whoever you want, but I think he's made it pretty clear though he wants to be a Guardian for life.
Yeah, I mean,
didn't he sign new paper recently?
Yeah, no, he signed like his deal was cheap as I think he has like 5 years, $130 million left.
They just came out and said they're strongly going to try not to change Shane Bieber. And I know they just extended J Ram, but it's wishful thinking. Although I feel bad because Nathan's been asking some good questions in the chat. We got to get to at least one of them. He says, do you guys know what the holdup is with Cody Bellinger and why is it taking so long for the Cubs to re-sign him? I think he's very valuable to the team. I think everybody agrees with that, Nathan. I think it was very clear that Cubs fans think that if you look at any video from CubsCon in the last weekend.
He was the biggest star at the CubsCon. He wasn't there. He
wasn't there. He's not even on the damn team. Every panel, every speaker, anyone they had, sign Cody, or Bellinger, and it rang.
The players were obviously asked about him, and all of them, it's like they were being paid by Scott Boras. Dansby Swanson's like, I know we need him. We need him if we want to win. Nico Horner is like, obviously a great teammate, great guy. You saw his impact. Everyone who talked about Cody Bellinger was like, yes, we need this dude.
Yeah.
But I will say
the reason, go ahead.
The biggest holdup, and we talked about it last week too, but just to reinforce the point, Jed Hoyer, hate it or love it, be in between wherever you want. He's not going to outbid himself. He's going to be patient. If it's going to bite him in the ass, it's going to bite him in the ass. Or as we saw with Shota Imanaga, he's going to get a good deal, right?
Yep.
Or what we think is a good deal. Right now, if anybody else, if any of the other 29 teams, and obviously not all of them are in on Cody Bellinger, but of the other teams that have interest in Cody Bellinger, if they were willing to pay like more than $200 million for him, he'd be signed by now. But no team is. So why would the Cubs all of a sudden be like, all right, fine. Nobody else is even offering $200 million. Here's $230 million. Like, you're not going to do that. Now, again, could that come back and haunt the Cubs? And the Toronto Blue Jays are like, all right, fine, fuck it. Here's a 10-year deal, 220, whatever it is, 240. And then he's with the Blue Jays. Well, that would suck. But I do think if every report that we've seen since free agency began is Cody Bellinger loved his time with the Cubs, loved the coaching staff, loved the city, fans, whatever experience. They didn't turn his career around, but he rejuvenated his. I do think they get that final call. Like whatever offer he gets, I do think they're like, hey, call Jed up. You're gonna match, or all right, give us your last good deal. So
I would agree.
So at this point, if there's no other teams even offering, and again, we keep talking about Scott Boras, bad guy, good guy. He's great for his agents, whatever. He's also not gonna blink right now because he still has the leverage too of, hey, you guys still obviously want him. We're not just gonna be like, all right, fine, fuck it, 5-year deal, $120 million. Like he's not gonna do that either.
And to directly answer your question, Nathan, the holdup is he's good. He's a hot commodity right now. This free agent market's not very deep. There's multiple teams bidding on him. He would be doing himself a disservice to just take the first offer, but that's been thrown at him. There's at least probably 4 teams bidding against each other.
So obviously the too long didn't read version of that is there just aren't other offers for Cody Bellinger right now that are like real or that are good enough for him to be like, fuck, all right, I got to take this now or I'm not going to get anything. He still has time. I mean, there's still 4 weeks until spring training begins. And I do think if we get to like February and he's still not signed, I do think that's when things start to get a little like, all right.
He signs in February. And I think this man was correct when he told us that
ain't nobody signed.
Well, I mean, for whoever wants to doubt him, you can doubt him all you want. But me and Aldo both know for a fact that Fitz talks to Major League ball players, like a lot.
Yeah.
And a couple of them told him that the feeling out there right now, them talking to their own agents, them talking to their friends, is that not a lot of guys are going to sign, if any, until February.
And it's not obviously we're like hyper focused on Cody Bellinger. He's the big free agent position player, but we're seeing it with like Blake Snell just won Cy Young, had an unbelievable stretch to end the year with the Padres. He's Yankees chilling. Are like, you're asking for.
He said he literally
going to go Marcus Stroman.
Yeah, he's literally Yankees signed.
Like in the conversation of like, oh yeah, this team's willing to go all out for Blake Snell. Jordan Montgomery had a great run with the Texas Rangers, was good in the postseason, wins a World Series. And it's the same thing. The only expectation there is like the Texas Rangers. I think Bob Nightingale was the one who wrote about it last weekend. It was like, I mean, it kind of just seems
like
it
2 weeks ago.
It's the Texas Rangers are like the only team like considering, or the Texas Rangers are widely expected to re-sign Jordan Montgomery, and it's like, why aren't the other teams in on him? Like what?
But why isn't that? You know what I mean? Like everybody knows. I mean, the free agents you got left are you got Cody Bellinger, Blake Snell, Montgomery, Hader's still out there, Rhys Hopkins, Soler, JD Martinez. I mean, I'm not blowing you guys away here with names. You know what I mean? Right. Tim Anderson's still out there.
The fact that JD Martinez, and hey, he had a great fucking season with the Dodgers last year, but he's like a 38-year-old DH. That was the fifth biggest name you mentioned.
I'm just kind of thinking going down this list, and
again, like that's like it's so weird how there aren't a lot of great free agents, so you would expect more teams are gonna like go to the top and be aggressive, but that just has not been the case.
It's
I
just
thought I know I mentioned it at the beginning of free agency where I did think that the Cody Bellinger, I thought his free agent market was going to play out longer just because the rumors of the contract demands at first were outrageous. Like Boris was throwing out 300 million. And I'm sorry. I love Cody Bellinger. Again, think he's the star the Cubs need, but ain't nobody paying that dude $300 million. So
Rosenthal.
after
Hold on.
yeah, this is going to take forever.
Ken Rosenthal just said that there was 175 free agents available. That's crazy. Again, like you said, it's crazy to me that Blake Snell's out here telling people like, I want to play for the Yankees. The reigning Cy Young Award winner is out there like saying like, dude, just make an offer. Like, let's go. And he's still just unsigned.
And again, I think historically, the Baltimore Orioles paid Chris Davis that big deal. He stunk. And now that they have a great young team, they're not paying anybody. They should be the team that's like, yes, we'll take a top starting pitcher. We'll overpay. They're like on nobody. They're the team that needs starting pitching, and they're like, nah.
Well, if this is really going to go down, and for the record, again, Fitz said the February thing 2 weeks ago, but we are at January 17th as we record this. It'll be out if you're listening to this on Spotify or any of the other platforms, the 18th. So we're basically like 2 weeks away from February. Hopefully we just have a jam-packed ass February because February sucks as a sports month. March is amazing. February sucks.
What after I know we love we're baseball fucking freaks. We love when pitchers and catchers. We'll watch the videos of them hitting in the cage, doing the infield practice. But that gets fucking boring after the first couple days.
Yeah. Oh, it's really,
and like you have
so
that week.
videos.
Yeah, you have that week where like it's spring training. It's like you get excited. It's like, yeah, like new guys coming in.
Yeah.
Say Suzuki looking like a fucking jacked monster last year and then got hurt. Yeah. But you get like, oh, Eloy Jimenez. Hey, he looks like he's in shape now. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
You get those storylines the first few days.
Let me do a 15-minute segment on the show on this grainy cell phone video of Eloy Jimenez hitting BP session. I mean, that's what it is, dude.
And then you like those are like the first couple days, and then but the spring training games aren't until like 10 days after that. So you have that week where you're like, all right, now what? So yeah, hopefully we actually
one inning of starters.
Yeah.
And then you look at the box score the next day and it's like, oh, sick. Eloy hit a home run off a guy that's starting in high A.
Right. Oh, no, that's the other thing. At least for the Cubs, they have all their most of their spring training games on marquee. And then you get to watch some of the other ones on other teams' networks. The White Sox, they have like 5 games on TV. And again, you might only see the starters for like an inning or two, but it's at least fun to watch something on TV. And the White Sox, they just don't do it.
Nathan, I'm going to give you a short answer here. No.
No.
No. They have Dansby.
First of all, there's no need. There's no need for
Nico and Dansby. Their middle infield is very.
I know. We joked around after the White Sox declined his options, like, "Oh, Cubs' new third baseman," but no, the Cubs don't need to do that.
Tim Anderson either needs to see how good he looks in green and gold, or how to speak Japanese. Because I feel like those are his 2 options.
You know what's a team that should take?
I think he's going to Oakland. I really think he's going to Oakland. But go on.
Seattle.
What?
Seattle keeps saying their GM Jerry DiPoto keeps saying how they want to add a contact-oriented infielder. I mean that's Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson does contact.
That's Tim Anderson when he's being Tim Anderson. I don't know who that other guy was like first half of last year and all that other stuff, but damn. Although I think he might be onto something, dude. I could see him in that lineup. That'd be, and I mean, even if you're hitting 300 TA, would they hire? Who's their shortstop right now?
Well, I think they have JP Crawford, right?
Right, JP Crawford. Hold on, I gotta look at something because would TA play second for them?
Yeah, who's their second? I'm trying to think of their second baseman.
The last second baseman I can think of for Seattle is my guy,
Frazier.
Yeah, little white guy,
Adam Frazier.
Yeah.
But the only reason I even know that is because Cubs fans keep trying to send Nick Madrigal to the Mariners. Because Jerry Dipoto, he's already said it. Like once every month, he's like, "Yeah, no, we're trying to get some different bats into our lineup, get a new look. We want more contact-oriented hitters." Tim Anderson could be a guy, but also that depends
Let's
on
do
how much
some.
money. I don't know
Let's do
how
some investigative.
Seattle's doing with that.
TA is not getting paid. I think TA needs to realize real quick that he's not getting paid. So he needs to take whatever someone in America offers him. Otherwise, he's going overseas quick. Who plays second? Second base, they got a guy named Jay Rojas. Josh Rojas.
Oh, they got him
is-
from the Diamondbacks, I believe, right? In that trade
He
with
was
Eugenio
in,
Suarez to the Diamondbacks.
well, I mean, he was a 78 WRC plus last year.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying.
So-
That's why they need another hitter.
So it actually might behoove them to take a flyer on TA for like 1 year, couple mil, stay in America. And it'd be like almost like a Cordy Bellinger situation. Like
Right,
prove
yeah.
to Major League Baseball that you could still do this at an elite level and you'll get paid the next season. Because I mean, they got they got JP Crawford at short. He ain't going nowhere.
They have their young
JP
guy,
Crawford's good.
Dylan Moore, also a second baseman.
Yeah.
They have Luis Urias at third, Rojas, like you mentioned.
Yeah, JP Crawford was 134 WRC plus last year.
Oh, he was insane. He was insane last year.
He is good. He's not, so they don't need a shortstop. If they do get him, they pencil him in at second base. That might be. I personally, in my heart of hearts, thinks he gets like a last second offer from Oakland, and it's the same situation that we just described. Like, hey man, people ain't buying what you're selling anymore, dude. You got to show them.
That's the thing. That's the thing, though. How much? Like Oakland would have to pay him more for him to want to go there. No, because who the fuck is going to play on Oakland?
I honestly think there could be a time, maybe late February, where Oakland's like, do you want to play in Major League Baseball or do you want to go to Japan? We're going to give you a major league contract. So you're going to be in the major leagues. You're not going to sit in AAA. You're not going to have to do any of that bullshit, but you're going to have to play in Oakland. And I still think that's the funniest graphic I've seen in a while. I'm not going to find it on Twitter right now. I don't have the energy, but someone put up like, Oakland should just say fuck it and sign like TA,
Trevor
Bauer, Clevenger, like just like, oh man. But also my guy, I've admired his work for quite some time. He goes by at Bson, BSON. For those of you that don't know on Twitter, it's at BSONNN4 now because he's got a couple things taken down, but basically go on the Sox on 35th on Twitter. But Bson did his thing and made a pretty sick rendition. It's the current guaranteed rate field, but in the spot.
Yeah. In the location of
yeah, here I'll share it real quick for those that I'll do the work for you.
Podcast listeners, tune in to YouTube this week to watch this, see this. I mean, yeah, this is what they could have had. If that'd be beautiful.
Well, let me blow it up. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. We have, and when I say we, it's the royal we as Chicagoans, arguably the best skyline in the world. You know what I mean? And it just seems silly not to be taking as much advantage of that as possible when trying to get people to come to your stadium. We all know they screwed the pooch on the current stadium, but yeah, go show B-Sun some love, because if you want hype videos and shit during the season, it's tough to touch anybody as close as B-Sun because my guy's got skills. Mitch just gave us some excuse. Just got sent to a crime scene. Early signs point to a murder, so won't be able to make it tonight. And then he felt the need to send us a picture of police tape and a cop car.
So I have a Cubs thing. It's not news, but like This is kind of a just overall discussion. You know how we did the top 10? What was it last week? The top 10.
We don't rank things, but go ahead.
No, it was from MLB Network. Remember?
Oh yeah, they're still rolling out those horse.
So they're
shit
doing
lists,
the
but go ahead.
positions. They did second base.
Oh no.
They did second base, and
Where's Nico?
I'll go from 10 to 1.
Go 10 to 1. Yeah, 10 to 1. These and
number
if you're new here, this is a segment we like to do in January when MLB.com and MLB Network put out these horrible top 10 lists. So yes, proceed.
We got 2023 Gold Glove winner Nico Horner at number 10.
Yeesh.
Oakland A's Zach Geloff. From the Minnesota Twins, Eduardo Julien. From Cleveland, Andres Jimenez. From the Reds, Matt McClain at number 6.
Really?
At number 5, from the Diamondbacks, Ketel Marte.
Okay.
Number 4, Luis O'Reilly from the Marlins.
They're
Marcus
shopping
Semien, number
him.
3. Altuve from the Astros, 2. Mookie Betts, number 1.
It's
So I
tough
don't
to
really
argue.
I don't really have an issue with like the top 4 or 5 there. But Nico Horner 10? Come on.
Nico is better than Matt McClain.
Right, yeah,
Let's
like
just
Matt
put it-
McClain.
and Matt
like,
McClain's
rookie
at 6.
season. Come on.
I mean, Nico's better than him. Nico's better than Zach Geloff in Oakland. Nico's better than Julian in Minnesota. Jimenez in Cleveland's pretty fucking good, though. He is
pretty good.
a massive pain in the ass. The Marlins are shopping Arias, by the way. They're listening to offers. Because everybody, remember when he was hitting almost like 400 and everybody was riding that train? There was a steep decline quickly with no power mixed in. And he's not the greatest fielder in the world. So just throwing that out
Sounds
there.
like the perfect White Sox second
Sox
baseman.
second
to me.
baseman. Yes, I know. I thought of it too exactly when it happened. No, and I mean, you're the Cubs fan, so I'll take this because it won't be perceived as homerish, but Nico Horner should be at least number 6 on this list.
Like I mean, here's the thing. Like Matt McClain at 6, fine. He had a great fucking season. He was a beast with the Reds. But like Eduardo Julien and Zach Geloff ahead of Horner? Come on.
No, let's get out of here with that.
At least
they did a
some
couple
more
stupid lists
respect
since we were
for
gone.
Nico Horner.
Oh, here you go. Here's how the fans voted for top second baseman.
Oh, I mean the baseball fans not knowing ball. It's still as old as
this
time.
is woo, buddy. Get ready for this one. Top 10 second basemen right now, according to the fans that watch MLB Network. Number 10, Matt McClain. Number 9, Gleyber Torres. Number 8, Kim from the Padres. Number 7, Ketel Marte. Number 6, Bryson Stott. Number 5, Arias. 4, Ozzie Albies. 3, Marcus Semien. And then Altuve and Betts. Nico didn't even make it, bro. Gleyber Torres is on this list. Gleyber Torres is on this list, and Nico isn't on this list. God, I hate lists. I hate Mount Rushmores.
And hey, man, Kim is a great defender for the Padres. I know he was like a Gold Glove finalist, but that dude can't hit. Like, come on.
No, I actually really want. I thought Kim could be who the White Sox like made like a secret like splashing move for,
Like a
or
trade.
Seattle. To be
Like,
honest,
that
with
would
you.
be a solid. Like, okay, like I'm exaggerating. Like he can't hit, but like
No, that would be.
he's not as good of a hitter as Nico Horner.
It's a massive upgrade for the Sox over Romy and whoever else they're going to throw out there. Don't fight me,
Nicky
Missy,
Lopez?
But Nicky, yeah. Oh, this list is interesting. Here, according to MLB Network, is the top 10 right fielders right now. Spoiler alert: no one on the White Sox made this list. Number 10,
Like from
Josh
the past
Lowe.
15 years.
Yeah, Josh Lowe from the Rays. Adolis Garcia from Texas at number 9. Number 8 is newest Dodger, Teoscar Hernandez. Number 7, George Springer from the Blue Jays. Number 6 is your boy, Seiya Suzuki. Number 5, Fernando Tatis Jr. 4, Corbin Carroll. 3, Juan Soto. 2, Kyle Tucker. 1, it's Acuna. He's number 1 by a mile. He just had a freaking 70-40 season. Beat it. I'm actually surprisingly pretty okay with this list. I think I'd swap out Adolis Garcia with George Springer. Adolis was such a beast in the playoffs, dude. He's such a good player.
He
But
is. By the way, again, not being a homerish, but I do want to point out.
This is a great comment from our friend Jerry O'Sullivan. Sox are going playground rules this year. Right field's an automatic out. Please do.
I just want to point out, according to Fangraphs leaderboards for 2023 second baseman, Nico Horner had the third highest WAR at 4.7. So, you know,
Yeah, that's
just for that list.
That is just silly. I love.
And you know what? My bad. I'm going to take back my words on Kim. I know he struggled for.
He's
I think
good,
maybe,
man.
Maybe
he's
2022, but he was a solid hitter last year for the Padres. I
didn't want to jinx it, but like he would have been such a perfect move for the White Sox. He still. I was thinking
of Kim's rookie year. His rookie year, he struggled, but he's been a solid hitter the last couple of years.
So right now, according to Steve Phillips, this is the best remaining free agent in each position. So you got Jock in left, Cody in center, Jorge Soler in right, Chapman at third, TA at short. Yeesh.
Yeah.
Whit Merrifield at second, Reese Hopkins at first. You got Hader in the bullpen. Gary Sanchez is your best free agent catcher right now. JD Martinez, what is this, 10 years ago, is your best DH. And then Montgomery and Snell is your starting pitcher. I've been waiting for you, Baloney. I didn't tell the story yet.
It's rough out there, man. Tim Anderson's the top shorts.
Yeah, that's oof. Sean Doolittle got hired by the Nationals as a pitching strategist.
There you go.
All right. Making some moves, man. Making some moves.
He was a fan favorite.
Any other stupid list? These are so bad, though. I just don't understand how they screw these up every year. And these are guys, the fan ones is okay. Like Gleyber Torres is on there because people in New York probably just went
Yankees,
crazy with it.
Yankees fan, yeah.
Yankees fans. But the people that get paid to watch baseball and like analyze it and talk about it and like all this stuff, for them to put Nico that low, it's just they're dumb.
Can't do it.
It's bad.
This is also the reason why I don't like debating lists, because I honestly think this comes from what's that one thing called? Their shredder. It's just like
they call it the shredder. It does like analytics and all this other stuff.
Like I'm not gonna fucking argue against a computer. Like
yeah, right. It's just okay. All right, real quick. So I did the Draftee podcast. You guys should go check it out.
I have a qualm about one of your picks, though. That was a little unfair.
Oh, what's that?
Well, I was looking at it again, and then I was looking at the final results of everyone picking.
Mm-hmm.
And you're let me get it right. The one of the categories was worst front office, and you put worst front office move, and you put Jerry Reinsdorf buying the White Sox.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't really consider that front office. Like
is the owner not in the front office?
Well, like I think the spirit of that category was like GM.
Is the owner in the front office?
Of operations.
Is the owner in the front office?
No, he's in his own suite. He's above. He's above.
No, he's considered front office. It plays. That was like my slam dunk walk off at the end.
Well, yeah, dude. Once you said Jerry Reinsdorf by the side, of course you're gonna win.
Yeah, I mean that was like the Vince Carter elbow in the rim. It's over. It's over. But I get it. I think it's a little bit of a.
It was like a cheat code. Like it was just
kind of. I mean, it was the up, down, left, right.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it was smart. It's smart. It won you the draft.
Oh, without a doubt. That, and I definitely went chalk with the Tatis trade because I knew who would be voting on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, that was it. But we were talking about worst draft picks in Chicago history, and there was a lot of talk about Eddie Curry going on and all that stuff. And I mentioned. So for those of you not familiar, there's a gentleman's establishment in the Southwest Burbs called Polecats, and it's by
Oh, dude,
where.
those commercials were on all the time back in the
Yep.
day.
Yep. And that, I mean, this was way back in the day. I was probably in my early 20s.
No, dude, I remember that. This was like dial-up era, I think, early on for me. I went to polecatchicago.com. I wanted to see the models.
No,
As
but
a 13-year-old.
So I was there with a buddy of mine, and I'm not going to say his name because he's a good family man. And it was like a Sunday night, dude.
Oh,
it was like
man.
the most random night ever.
Why?
And we're sitting there, and the place is pretty empty. And we look up because they do have like a VIP. It's just basically the second floor.
Okay.
And there's two like super tall dudes, and then a bunch of other dudes around them, and they're just throwing wads of cash on these two smaller stages. And I tell the bouncer, I'm like, dude, there's no one here. What's it going to take for me to get up there? And he's like, you and your buddy each throw me 20, whatever. I'm like, all right, done. So we get in there, we sit down, and I looked at my buddy, and go, that's fucking Eddie Curry. And it was just like such a weird, I mean, this isn't like a very like extravagant place. Like this isn't like a Vegas club. Right?
Did you give him the nod?
Place. Oh, there was nods, there was drinks, there was a lot of good time that
Was
night.
Eddie
but,
spending
like,
his signing bonus money?
There's a reason why I'm not surprised that the stories come out that Eddie's broke.
Oh,
Because
Polecats, Eddie, on a Sunday.
His boys, and it wasn't even really him. He was kind of like just chilling, and like, but it was like his crew that were like, and you knew it wasn't their money,
right?
But like it was just bottle after bottle, and like, you know, me and my buddy, we're personal guys, we're outgoing guys, so we started up conversations, and now all of a sudden we're in the bottle pouring circle. So we're getting the free drinks and we're partying up. There's literally no one down in the main area. So now everybody's upstairs in this VIP, whatever. I use the term VIP very loosely area. Yeah, I mean, that's really it without getting into too crazy of detail. We can do too crazy of detail in person, but yeah, fucking Eddie Curry, man. Before he was the round mound of no rebound. It was, interesting.
Oh,
Very
man,
interesting.
I'm catching up on his Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm. It's not great, although. It's
Dang.
not great. Yeah, it's not great.
Dang.
It's not great. Not great. Johnny, I don't believe you. Yeah, so there was another ranking, though, that we do need to talk about. I know we're not big on rankings, but we should, because this is an important one. These guys are a little bit more intuitive, if you will, and I trust these rankings a little bit more. And I'm talking about the Baseball Prospectus and the Baseball America's Top 100 prospects. And White Sox fans, get ready. It's another year of prospects.
I mean, we talk about grainy cell phone video from February. Get ready for 6 months.
But the Cubs had 9 prospects.
9?
On Baseball Perspectives Top 101. They had PCA, Shaw, Horton, Cassie Bush, Alcantara, Ballesteros, Triantos. Get easier names for your prospects, although, god damn it, and Wicks. The White Sox had 3. Montgomery, Schultz, and Cuero. Now, this is where I'm already annoyed with Sox fans, because this comes out, or I should say, in the Baseball America Top 100, Cubs had 5, PCA, Horton, Shaw, Bush, and Cassie. White Sox had 2, and they were both top 40 in Montgomery and Schultz. I'm already annoyed, though, because it's going to be a lot of prospect watching again. It's going to be a lot of watching games live streamed on your computer because they're not on TV, like all this stuff to see like Schultz pitch and stuff like that. But this list comes out, and the first reaction from a lot of Sox fans I see on Twitter is like, I can't believe this guy didn't make it. I can't believe we're already overvaluing them. We're already overvaluing these prospects. I mean, it is what it is, man.
For the Baseball America, list, Ramos, who a lot of people were like, "Why isn't he a guy?" He was mentioned. He just missed him, and I think it was either Nestrina or Eater who also missed. I forget which of the two pitchers.
It's
But
true.
hey, unfortunately, White Sox fans, for the Chris Getz haters out there, this is what happens when you don't have a strong development. Like you're not gonna get 4 or 5 guys.
My play cousin. No, you're not. And
yes,
Ian, shout out to our guy Ian. The games will be on Twitter. You will see highlights on Twitter. Follow my guy Ian.
Yes, follow Ian. Shout out to the Future Sox, all their new podcasts. I will say, I did see some being like, wow, they did all these trades and can't even get like more top 100 prospects. Guys,
look who they're trading.
You guys got lucky as hell. You got Cuero from the Angels for Giolito and Lopez. That was an overpay.
Giolito's already on his 3 teams later.
Yeah, like
come on, guy.
Lance Lynn.
No.
Like, hey, you should be happy with that return. You got some decent guys there. Him and Kelly. But you're not. This is what happens. It's year 1 of the rebuild. You gotta start Cease. You just gotta wait for Cease. You gotta wait for what you get for Cease. That's where you're gonna get the star next to Montgomery and Schultz.
As a complete joke, and I mean, once you hear the names I say here, you'll realize that this is obviously a joke. But I encourage everyone to go look at the replies. Shy Sox fan Mike on Twitter photoshopped a Bleacher Report graphic about a possible Dylan Cease trade.
Oh, I saw this one.
And he said, NL Central, the Cincinnati Reds. Reds trade Ellie De La Cruz, Matt McClain, Novelle Marte, Rhett Lauder to the White Sox for Dylan Cease. Complete joke. I mean, come on. The comments are amazing. Well, I'm done with it.
Wait, what are they? Not enough? Wait, what do you mean?
No, I'm just like, people are like, no way the Reds would do that. No shit.
Oh yeah, obviously not.
Like, come on, people. And like, there's like angry Reds fans in here, and then like people going after Mike. It's a joke. Like, geez Louise, man.
Troll Twitter is something that I used to get annoyed about like 3-4 years ago, but I've come to appreciate it. These guys are good at making jokes online. That should be more appreciated, because that's why we're on Twitter. We're just having fun.
Some are good at making jokes online. Some of them are just painfully bad. There's a lot of really
stuff, like with the Photoshop. That was fucking good.
That's funny. That's Mike. That was a good joke.
I like looked at it. I'm like, wait, what the Ellie De La Cruz? I'm like, oh, okay, it's a joke.
Yeah. I don't think the Reds are moving Ellie De La Cruz anytime soon.
They traded their entire infield, their starting infield for Dylan Cease.
Yeah. I mean, I'd take it. I'd definitely take it.
I bet you there's at least one Sox fan be like,
yeah.
Need more.
We
need pitching back. We're just getting all these hitters. We're not going to have any pitching. Who's going to replace Cease in the rotation?
Oh, my goodness. And then people... I said we were not talking about Cease.
Oh, you know you wanted to, though. I know you wanted.
Well, then people come back and they're like, "Oh, he only had one good year." It's like, no, that's not. I mean, he had one year that you would consider like really good, but look at his overall stats; they're not terrible. And it's just funny because you get people from teams like the Yankees and stuff like that that try to like make him sound like he's not great. And then, why are you trading for him? Why do you want him on your team?
So we don't have to do Cease like trade proposal talk, but I do want to bring up how fucking because I think we were all pretty much agreeing that the White Sox were going to trade Cease before the season started. But I think in the last couple of weeks we've all shifted our thoughts on that and think that he will start the season with the Sox.
And I'm
nervous. How fucking nervous is Getz going to be every 5th day? When Cease goes out there, he's like, "Do not get hurt."
He does not pitch more than 5 innings. Pitch limit, 5 innings, Don't care. Put him in, get him off the field and put him in bubble wrap.
Just give him an extra
Man,
day off when he doesn't
This
need it.
White Sox Stadium story is taking off. Fox Sports is putting it out there now. Yahoo Sports, everybody's running with it.
Yeah,
Damn. But
big news. How much do you think it's going to cost? How much do the Braves stadium? The Braves stadium cost.
gotta be starts with a B, right?
Oh, but actually, I have no idea. Let's see. The Atlanta Braves. The total budget for new SunTrust Park is $672 million. That
Okay.
includes SunTrust Park, parking, and other related infrastructure. Atlanta Braves will be responsible for $372 million. The remaining $300 million, Cobb County. Okay, that was the original report, but oh shit, it was $1.3 billion. So they went a little over budget. Who would have thought?
That's what I'm saying. Like this is gonna get into the B's, man.
So
Especially
what's
because
Jerry
his-
gonna be spending on this new stadium?
And I mean, that's in Atlanta. That's not in Cook County.
Right.
Oh, this is gonna be so crooked and corrupt and just oh boy. I don't really even care. I mean, tax, there's a lot that goes into this. The initial excitement, if you will, is kind of wearing down on me, but
So
I'm good with the park.
It does say construction costs on Wikipedia. It does say $622 million.
I mean, I'm okay with the current stadium. Just to be clear, like I think they could have done a lot better by just
here we go.
facing it the other direction. But
Here we go. So yeah. So it was all that Atlanta build, and I'm sure fans have seen like the entire like area around the Braves Park that cost $1.1 billion.
yeah, so yeah, and I mean he's gonna want to build it up. He's gonna want restaurants, hotels, all the bars.
So like 1.5?
I think that's fair.
Dude, imagine that. Add that to the value of the White. Jerry's going to be selling the Sox for like $3 billion? 3-4 billion? Nice little investment over. What did he pay for the Sox and Bulls? Like 20 million?
I mean, there's a lot of things going on here. The White Sox leaving Bridgeport. I know technically it's not in Bridgeport, so all of you can stop right there. But that's kind of a big deal, man. The White Sox have been in that area like forever.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of that, because when like the Bears Stadium moving to Arlington Heights, like Bears fans there's a good sect of Bears fans who are like, "Fuck this! Why are they moving out of the city?" Do you think that it's going to be there from Sox fans?
No.
Okay.
Well, I guess that depends. I mean, there's a lot we still don't know about this. Like, if they take away, like, completely altogether, take away tailgating, but if you read the article, they do talk about parking lots. But if they take that all completely, I mean, that's a tradition. You know what I mean? Like, people are going to be mad about that. It's obviously going to be more expensive to like eat and drink and do anything around the stadium. People are going to be mad about that. People are going to be mad about the taxpayer money that's coming out of it. I mean, there's a lot of things that people are going to be mad about, but I think when it's done and that season starts, the first season in that new park, people will be there.
Yeah.
A gorgeous park facing the skyline with the river running and all that fun. Like, people will be there. Brand new amenities, brand new everything. Maybe a couple less rats that are in the current ballpark. People will be there.
Hopefully nobody brings any guns.
Yeah, I can't guarantee that. But allegedly.
Allegedly.
People will be there.
Well, I randomly think how we still know nothing about that night. This is that fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, it's
Chicago,
wild how
baby.
that story just evaporated. Yeah, I mean, oh, see, now I knew White Sox fans are crafty, intuitive people. I already knew the ideas would be flowing. Our homie Baloney already said, I'm going to buy a pontoon boat tailgate on the river. I'm in, dude. Yeah, this is like the third comment about metal detectors.
I'm telling you, man.
They might
Well, no. White Sox fans have been complaining, and like it seems like it's been rightfully so that like it's hell to get into the stadium sometimes.
I mean, their whole process. But the reason why people are mad, although, is you're sitting there and you're waiting for 3 gates, and you can see they have the capability of like
Right.
20, and they just understaff it, and it just they funnel everyone in.
Dude,
and then
they
there's
just rent like when you go to the grocery store and you see like there's just like 2 cashiers, and then you just see all the other fucking aisles. No one's there. You're like, what the fuck?
right. It's super annoying, but
it would be really annoying.
yeah, I mean, it's just all interesting to me. There's a lot. Yeah, you can bring that boat. You still ain't gonna get no ass, but you can bring that boat. Yeah, I mean, I'm very.
Could you see this like being a disaster?
Oh, of course, it's the White Sox. It's the Jerry Reinsdorf owned
Like it's the White Sox. It's Chicago. You just brought up like there's gonna be something like someone's gonna get arrested. Like in 20 years, some fraud is gonna happen.
Something's gonna be crooked. I mean, is this the tailgating farewell tour?
That's that's why I said earlier. Enjoy the whiskey at Comiskey's because
someone make the shirts, man. This is just interesting. Oh wait, the Mariners got Luis Arias.
Wait, the pitcher or the infielder?
Infielder.
Yeah. I mentioned him earlier when we were going over.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I mean, something will happen. Like there'll be a tax break, there'll be something, and then they'll do something, take some kind of shortcut. They'll do something. Like there's gonna be something screwed up. There's gonna be something that's screwed up. But man, it is wild though. If you think about a world where the White Sox exist and you can't tailgate at their home games. That's sad, man. I mean, it's a price you pay, I guess, for a new spot, but that would really suck.
But coming around full circle, you have a winning team. Maybe you don't care about tailgating.
I'd probably easily sacrifice tailgating for a winning ball club.
And you would think
a consistently winning ball club.
Team, right? You would think, and like this is what the Cubs have spent a little more, but like obviously we've been over the years of like, why didn't you actually go for it when you had a pretty solid team and you could have had Bryce Harper and you just never called. But one of the main reasons that Cubs fans kept pushing that, and that was like in our heads, was because the Ricketts family just bought like all of fucking Wrigleyville, and they're like, all right, yeah, if they're investing around the neighborhood, that means they're gonna have more money later on. They should invest that back on the team, right? And yes, the Cubs they spent more. They should probably spend even more than they can. That should be a thing with the White Sox with this new development. If they really do go all out and model after what the Braves did. Like, hey, you're going to have an extra flow of money coming in too, so you better well damn reinvest that back into the team.
Go get some of them free agents, man.
Like, finally spend $100 million on somebody. What happens? Okay, that's a better question. What happens first? White Sox open up their new stadium, or they sign a free agent for $100 million? So you got like 6 years, 5-6 years.
Free agent. Ooh. It's got to be the free agent, because I'm telling you, they can't just like have a dog shit team for 5 years and then be like, hey, we got a new park, we're gonna have a really good team, everyone come see it. Like, you gotta have to kind of like build this up, man. You can't, it's not starting this year, that's for sure. So
I didn't read all the replies, but I saw his follow-up to his own tweet when White Sox Day was like, give me reasons you guys are excited for this White Sox season.
I couldn't answer. I wanted to answer.
Damn depressed.
I wanted to answer. I could not answer. The only thing that I'm excited about is like seeing the homies, seeing all of White Sox Twitter people
Like hanging
out
out.
there, and,
That's
like,
what you're
and
excited
meeting
for,
people,
chilling.
pretty much, and like,
Yeah.
the Cubs will never get rid of that national landmark. There's no
No.
way, and everything they just built around it, zero chance.
There's-
There's still, I have this weird fever dream that this group that everyone has written off, we got some no names, some misfits, some guys that are at the back nine of their career, somehow just comes together
Do,
and wins games.
do you know what happened the last time that it was a similar scenario? I don't think that roster wasn't as bad, but it was a similar ragtag guys. You did a couple trades, a little minor free agent here and there, and it might have won you that draft. But the 2016 White Sox were like in first place for the first
Yep.
5-6 weeks of the season, and then they were like, you know what? We have a good. We're winning here. Let's go for it. And then you traded
Mhm.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to the Padres for
Yeah.
James Shields.
Yep.
I don't think
Yep.
you want that.
Yep. But I mean, that's why you
So
play.
you
the
know
game.
what, guys? We're in this.
You still got to
We're
play the
gonna
game.
trade someone for a bad pitcher.
Sometimes you go on heaters and the ball bounces your way. You know, I think Vegas has them at 57.
Oh man, god damn.
I'm gonna hit that over. I will hit that over. I'm gonna bet that over. You never know, man.
How many losses would that be? 105?
Yeah, I gotta. It is something.
How many
like
did
this
they
in that, like
last year? 100? 101?
101. I was there for 100. Yeah, I mean,
I think I would take the over on 57. I would take
if it really is at 57, I'm gonna take
I
the
would
over.
take the over. Well, let's see on the sports books. What do we got over here? I would take the over on that.
63.5 or 64, depending on where you look.
Oh, okay. Well, that
Now
I
we're
think
gonna.
that's the true number there. Well,
I'm
then
still
that
gonna
one's
take
a little
the
more
over.
interesting.
I think I'm still taking the over. I have this.
So you don't think they lose 100?
I don't think
Is
they lose
basically
100.
what you're saying.
And I don't have a rhyme or reason for this. It's not a very smart thing to say. I'm well aware of all of these things. I'm just strictly going off gut. Maybe it's just stupid optimism I have in this stupid team every year. But they don't have the farm for me to be this confident. They don't have the players. They don't have the money. They don't have anything for it.
The manager, the coaching, the
I'm just basing
enthusiasm.
this off of, I don't know, man. Maybe just tearing it down, getting rid of guys like T.A. Giolito, Lopez, Bummer.
But don't you still have some of the guys who were like the problems? Eloy, Yohan Moncada. Like those were guys who were called out publicly.
Yeah, and who knows the trickle down effect from that, or where some of those bad habits were coming from. I mean, there's been coaching. Everyone but Pedro got changed. A new GM who apparently he's different. But
you guys did get one of your minor league signings who could be your opening day right fielder. And is the guy I was trying to trade to you guys 2 years ago, or I forget when. Rafael Ortega. It finally happened. You guys, I finally got Rafael Ortega to the White Sox, and you guys should expect him to be kind of good, but not really. So
yeah,
get ready for that. That would be he's fun, but like not really. Like it's a mirage.
And that would fit perfectly with this team. This team is fun, but not really. I think that should be the thing for this year.
Welcome to We're Good, but not really stadium.
White Sox, we're fun, but not really. It's just, yeah, man. I don't know. I got to have a reason to watch. I have to get into it. I mean, I'm going to watch every game regardless. And with everything that's different, because there's a lot.
You laughed him off. I forget what it was, but Rafael Ortega, you're gonna fall in love with Rafael Ortega and his solid plate appearances.
There is I don't know. I'm gonna be watching all these games anyways. I gotta have
At
some
what
kind of hope
point,
in it.
how many games in are you like, you know what, I was wrong? Like, no, they are bad.
I mean, they'll probably be within the first 40.
Okay. It's like
If
before
they're-
Memorial Day. Like you're like, all right, no, wait, shit.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I was wrong.
we'll fully know quickly. We'll fully know quickly, but again, baseball's
He was good when I wanted the Sox to trade for him.
there's it's why you play the games, man. You never know. That's why you play the games. I gotta get up for something, man.
I think
Otherwise, I'm gonna go fucking crazy.
I think you have to get high on. You have to get up for Colson Montgomery highlights.
Otherwise, this podcast is gonna turn into like some psych major's thesis of watching a man slowly go insane every week.
Well, no, the worst thing would be like if they do get off to a hot start, and it's like the middle of May, and then you like buy in, and you're like, guys, like this team, guys, and then it just falls apart. And then you'd be like, no, guys, come on. Like we saw them in May. They were good. And then it just keeps going down.
I will say this, although 100%, it's going to be easier for me to be like, this team sucks after 40 games than it's going to be for me to be like, hey, we might be cooking. Like I need at least probably like 60 to 70 games to be like, we might be cooking. And Beef is absolutely right in the comments. We're playing with house money, man. No one expects us to win 60-something games. So who gives a shit? And there's a lot of guys out there.
I need you to have that mentality more than like, hey, this could be something.
Oh, no.
I just want to see the words, though.
I think it's more, I guess I probably am just presenting this wrong. It is more just like, it's house money, man. And to me, there's a lot of guys on this team that have a lot of shit to prove if they want to keep playing Major League Baseball and getting paid a lot of money to do it.
I think this is just you look at the for this year at least. It has to be focused on individual success.
Oh,
like you need Eloy to like step the fuck up. So Moncada, the same thing, but he's probably done with the team after the year. Andrew Vaughn, like be the number 4 overall pick hitter that everyone thought.
Honestly, thought about using him in my terrible draft picks, but
Dylan Cease, like, what the fuck was the last 2 months?
He's gonna be traded.
Be an ace again, and then we'll trade you. Luis Robert Jr., you know he's a star. He's a star. But hey, let's see it again. That'd be great, because then you're like, yeah, no, this guy's he's legit. You probably already know that, but hey, last year was his first full season. Other than because the pitching, man. I know the pitching might be a little bit better. You got more depth. You got more arms. It's gonna be rough though. And then the rest of that lineup, like some of these guys might just be DFA'd.
Right, and so that's what I'm talking about. Like if you look at this team right now, these are guys that are playing for their lives, basically their MLB lives, and that can motivate a man in a weird way. You know what I mean? My kind of contract year. Eloy, if he wants to get another big contract or any kind
By
of.
the way,
I mean?
I already know the player that you're gonna fall in love with. So
who's that?
He's gonna take over the starting job at second. He's gonna be solid defensively.
Nicky Lopez.
It's gonna be Nicky Lopez.
I feel like you've said this before. Someone else said this to me. Why am I gonna fall in love with Nicky Lopez? Why am I gonna fall in love with Nicky?
Because you haven't had a second baseman in forever. He's gonna be good. He is a good defensive infielder. He's very good. He'll get like a couple clutch hits because he makes a lot of contact. And you'd be like, hey guys, this guy, he's cheap. It's not gonna cost the Sox any money to keep him.
So this will be his 4th season in Major League Baseball. He's on a 1-year, $4.3 million deal. He's only had a WRC over 100 once. His WRC
with
plus
Royals,
in order. 56, 53, 104, 56, 77.
No, he's bad. No, he can't
So what?
hit.
He's in 2021. He hit 300 on the dot.
That's it.
Yeah, 2021 was the anomaly year here.
Like no, don't get me wrong. He's not gonna be good.
Oh, we're getting bat pipped already, baby. Let's go. All right.
No.
Paul the Dong.
He's not any good. But you're still gonna
Maybe
fall
he comes home, baby. Maybe he comes home, plays in front of hometown crowd, gets that mama's home cooking. There's a lot of stuff that can happen here, man. But what I'm saying again, though, look at these guys on this damn team: Paul the Dong, fucking Eric Fetty, fucking Nicky Lopez, Martin Maldonado, Andrew Vaughn, Eloy, fucking Mancada, Max Stassi, Tim Hill, Mike Soroka, all these, Michael Kopech, all these guys are playing this season to possibly get paid by someone. Because for a lot of these guys, if they don't have a good year this year, it's done. It's over. I mean, Mancada will get picked up somewhere as a backup, probably. Same with, I mean, Eloy will always be a big bat. But like Max Stassi, Paul the Dong, Fetty Wap is coming over from Japan trying to prove he could do it over here. You know what I'm saying? This is the stupid thing I do in my brain to try to convince myself that this could be a 70+ win team.
Look at
Ragtag group of misfits. Ragtag group of misfits.
Like you said, you gotta play the games. That's why you play the games. You're right. No, you're right about that. That's why you gotta play the games.
Ragtag group of misfits. There you go. I'm in. And I saw some of the other comments while I was kind of fading off into fantasy world. I'm down if the Fire take over that stadium. Fire tailgates are awesome. Chicago Fire tailgates are very fun. I've only been to one, had a blast. So if they take over that stadium, I will definitely get into it. Yumper, shout out to our boy Yump with the super chat, Baby's O Training Fund. Yeah, he's working the heavy bag. We got a little picture of Mitch's face on there.
So, would you want Bro to be a left-handed pitcher or like a midfielder for a soccer team? Like which route are you trying to get that bag?
Probably a left-handed pitcher.
Nobody wants Blake Snell though. He just won Cy Young.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go left-handed pitcher because if I'm going to sit through thousands upon thousands of one sport, I'd much rather be baseball than
or
soccer.
Option 3, Japanese, because those dudes are getting paid now too.
Those dudes are getting paid. But if he turns out to be like a stud soccer player, dude, which he's not going to be, he's my kid, he's not going to be fast. But if he turns out to be like a stud soccer player, I am all about that, dude. You see how much those dudes get paid?
The trouble with that though is that if you do want him to get like paid, like you have to ship him off
go
to Europe
overseas.
Like 7.
So this dude, in one of my first sales jobs out of college, my boss's kid is I guess he still plays, is really nice at soccer. Like he's really good. And he got picked up by one of the junior teams, like one of the big clubs. I don't know the names of them, like Manchester type shit. Their junior program. And so like he had to him and his wife had to have like a serious discussion. And his wife ended up getting approval to work remotely and moved over there with the kid so he could play in that program. And I think he's getting a full ride, I think, to Notre Dame to play soccer last I saw.
There you go.
But the kid's nice. But I understand that. But it is what it is. Beef Loaf with the $5 super chat. 108 tourney is nearly here. Give me a suggestion for the bracket. Give you a name for the bracket, or give you a theme for a bracket, or give you a name.
Well, why don't you guys do the canceled White Sox Twitter podcast bracket?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I honestly, I don't know what that. I just always see it referenced. I don't know what the joke Is it just literally there was a whole bunch of White Sox podcasts and then they stopped? Is that all the joke
there
is?
was like a massive fluctuation of like a bunch of people just started shows. Like everybody,
Yeah, do that then.
like,
Get all the people who started a White
you could
Sox
actually, I mean, thinking about it, you could actually, I don't know how many people you're trying to get in each bracket, but you could probably feel a solid.
There you go. Beef love the idea. There you go. Do that one. Yeah, just get all the
It is wild, man. Go back and listen to the 2 episodes of the Ajou I did with Beef, but like, it's funny, dude, because like you see these dudes and women get hyped to like do this, and like they'll make a title for their show and a graphic and get like a theme song going and like, you know, put in a logo and get all the tweets going out and set up a Twitter account. And then they'll do one show, realize like 20 people watched it, and then they're like, I don't want to do this. This is stupid. And God, although if we did that, we would have been out 5 years ago.
Yeah, we would have been out like 2019.
But
That's when the Cubs started to go on a downturn. The Sox were still rebuilding. That was after the Machado Harper fiasco, not signing. I've been wrong.
yeah. But yeah, I don't think anybody would be too proud to be in that bracket, to be honest with you. that might be a tough one to sell. Because there's some
Nobody
brutal ones.
from that bracket tweets out the poll. They're like, fuck you, Beef.
Fuck you. I don't want to be known for this shit. Like, there's people you'd be surprised, although like they did like 1 episode and it's just done. And
I don't know.
tell
DM them beforehand and be like, hey man, obviously it's not that serious. Thought this would be funny.
Right. I tell Beef, I've told him on both times I've been lucky enough for him to have me on the Ajou. Like I told him, like I will watch at least 1 episode of every new Chicago sports based podcast that comes out. I won't watch Cubs only ones. I leave that to you and Fids to let me know what's up. But like if it's a general Chicago sports one, like the Bombs, or if it's a White Sox one or whatever, I won't watch your first episode. I won't, because it's gonna be dog shit. It is. Our first episode was terrible. It was terrible. Our first 5 episodes were terrible. Yeah, it's not even up there anymore.
It's not.
It was terrible. Dude, we've been doing this so long. Our first episode was recorded on, what was it, Slack?
Skype.
Skype. We recorded the first episode of the show on Skype. But it was bad. Our first, 5 episodes were terrible.
Oh, I was thinking about, I used to like some of the segments that we used to do, but I think for a good stretch, I think a month, it might have been in the off season because like there's shit happening. Or nothing happening. I think we would do like the fancy segment with Nuke. Be like, what wine are you drinking? And I would play the fancy song from Iggy Azalea.
Yeah,
that was a thing for like a month.
That was a thing for a while. Yeah, but so I won't watch your first couple episodes. So please don't take it personally. Like if you come out with the show, because I've had people that come out with stuff and they'll DM me and be like, "Hey, what do you think?" Like, you know, stuff like that. And I'm cool with that. Like, that's fine. I'm always here to help. I've never been one to be like, you're my competition. No, dude, there's enough. Everybody can eat. We all have our own opinions. Here's
an idea for what could be. I know it's like mainly on Twitter that the 108 runs it through, and it's like Twitter accounts. If you want to expand it, I have no idea who they are. I'm not on TikTok, but are there any TikTok White Sox fans?
Missy Carroll, 1 seed.
Right. Well, yeah.
You could have like Missy in there. You could have like Drew in there. I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones that I just don't know about. That might be a good way though to get people on the TikTok to be voting.
Yeah, get the TikTok.
And speaking of TikTok, can we talk about the funniest TikTok ever made? Because I wanted to play it because I purposely put it on the show. So I want to tell everybody I have a very guilty pleasure, and it's people like probably in their 50s or 60s doing TikToks, because some of them are just gold. And this one was on my For You page today, and I'm obsessed with it.
Hey, y'all remember, man, jail's temporary, memories are forever. So go ahead and punch that motherfucker in the mouth. Whoop, whoop. Hey, y'all remember, man, jail's
whoop, whoop.
Where is he? Wait, put it
up. Hold on. He's
hey, y'all remember, man, jail's temporary, memories are forever. So go ahead and punch that motherfucker in the mouth. Whoop, whoop.
He's taking a shit. Is he taking a shit?
Wait, hold on. Is he? I thought he was like in his living
Hey,
room.
y'all remember, man, jail's temporary, memories are forever. So go ahead and punch that motherfucker in the mouth. Whoop, whoop.
He's 100% taking a shit. That's one of those cabinets you put over your toilet. He's one. That makes it so much better. That makes it so much better. Oh my god, that is right now. That's my favorite TikTok of all time. And now the fact that we've confirmed he's taking a shit, that's fantastic. That is just. There's so. I don't know what Twitter name he goes. Nah, or whatever. I don't know if he wants me using his real name. Soxwood. His Instagram story is just all TikToks, weird ass TikToks. Puts me in tears every day because they're so awkwardly bad and weird that they're hilarious, dude. And is the whoop whoop thing a juggalo thing?
Is it? Well, I think we Yumpers. Is he?
I am.
That would make it even better.
I am not educated on the juggalo lifestyle. I know they drink a lot of Fanta. Oh, it is. Okay. So he's a juggalo.
I mean,
That's awesome,
this
dude.
video keeps getting.
God. There are so many
This video
layers
keeps
to
getting even
this.
better.
Oh my god! If you don't, they drink Faygo Cola. They like the purple and the orange one, and like that's like a whole community, man. That's wild, dude. That's maybe why he's taking a shit. He just chugged too many Faygo Cola. But
The meeting of the Juggalos. There's some great videos on YouTube of people
fantastic.
doing
I've definitely watched those before.
Man on the Street for that.
Yeah, those are great. Those interviews are awesome. But maybe we should send Mitch to one. That'd be awesome. Could you imagine Mitch and Juggalo?
We make Mitch do the face paint.
Yeah,
He's like in the middle of fucking Missouri.
I actually think Mitch would absolutely kill that.
I think he would too.
If he kept it,
he
if he
loves
kept his,
NASCAR, he's always around NASCAR. He's in the middle of Missouri right now. He'd fit in perfectly.
but he's got to keep
He's got to be the straight man.
very very dry, straight wit to him. Dude, I would pay good money for that. That would be.
We need to figure out when the next meeting is. When's the next meeting of the Juggalo?
There's got to be one in Missouri. Got to be one. Cleaning up after the Wicked Carnival. Comes to town as a big job, in case you were wondering. I wasn't. I don't know what the Wicked Carnival is, but I'm guessing that's a Juggalo thing. Whoop, whoop. Juggalos and Juggalettes? Is that what female Juggalos are called?
I believe so. Wait, I think I got something here.
I'm learning so much right now.
What are the dates of the gathering of the Juggalos? The official date has not been posted, but we predict this event will happen July 2024.
Okay. We got time.
Gathering of the Juggalos 2024 takes place at Legend Valley in Thornville, Ohio.
Close. That's close enough. We can get them there. We can get them there, folks. Faygo dripping down the walls in the basement after the show. That's a lot of cheap pop. Mitch man on the street at the meeting of the Juggalos. And he's got to wear like khakis and a polo, but like do the makeup.
There's a Juggalo weekend 2024 in February 23rd and 24th. Where's this at?
What's up?
There's another one in February. I can't find where it is.
Yeah. Yumper just sent me a video of a guy for Mitch to interview. I'm down because that guy looks hilarious. But there's got to be, if you did a Venn diagram of like Juggalos and people that watch wrestling, I'm sure it's.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure that's heavy.
that's a cross. Yeah, that's a good cross.
Yeah. I'm sure that's a pretty solid middle filler. I'm still trying to think for beef though. Trying to get him his $5 worth here.
Like the Juggalo section. Who on White Sox Twitter would be a Juggalo?
that actually, you could probably put a lot of names in that bracket. We laugh, but we're about 260 win seasons away from having ICP night at Sox Park.
Oh wait, the new White Sox Stadium, ICP Park.
No, what was it called? The Wicked Carnival.
The Wicked
Called
Juggalo Park at Insane Clown Posse Stadium.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Well, the Insane Clown Posse, I think they did have a brief stint on both WWF and WCW back in the late 90s, like when they were in their peak, I guess. Are they peaking right now? I don't know when they peaked, but
I don't know anything. I've learned so much about ICP. I know the one dude's name is like Shaggy Too Dope. I think I nailed that. Yumper, it's funny you say. I actually said Moonwing Stadium at the beginning of the show. I think great minds think alike. That'd be dope.
I
we're talking about 108 brackets. Yeah, Violent J.
Shaggy Too Dope.
I was right though.
John
Shaggy
Kick
Too Dope.
Jazz and DJ Clay.
I got the weirdest memory for pop culture shit. Like, you want me on your trivia team. You need me on your trivia team.
John Kick Jazz that's pretty good. Originated in Detroit. Makes sense.
I like that you already do the under 1,000 user bracket. That's a good idea, because that gets, I mean, that's like how Mitch got popped out.
Do deleted or suspended accounts that had to do a new account? Are there enough people to fill that bracket?
For people that have had deleted accounts, that's just going to be Billy Wires. That'd be actually really funny if you did an entire bracket of just Billy Wires accounts.
Yeah,
because he's had enough accounts where you could probably put like a 16 account bracket of only Billy Wires accounts.
Do a Twitter bracket of well, no, I don't think he has White Sox people on.
Oh, I like the under 500. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I like it. It actually, that bracket was one of my favorite last year because I got to see a lot of accounts that I don't normally see.
Oh, do all the accounts that would do the Sox rumors.
Oh, the food accounts?
No. Food account. Well, no, it was like the food accounts. I think there was a guy named Steve doing news.
Like all the parody accounts?
Not Rick Hahn.
Parody accounts could be it.
Do all the new Gets Bots accounts do that? So Kenwo wins his own bracket,
aka the Ken WO bracket.
Yeah.
If you do that, please call it the Gets Bot bracket. Wet Butt 23. Again, I've said it on the show a bunch of times. I actually played 16-inch softball with the guy behind the Katy Perry Booty Hole account.
What a beautiful story.
Yeah. Weird guy, surprisingly.
With that username? Never would. Interesting
guy. But it is funny though how that all
that made headline. That was on like
It's pretty funny how that all came out. And the fact that I didn't even know it was him. And during a 16-inch game at Mount Greenwood Park, we were sitting, like our team was batting, so we're all on the sideline, and somebody brought it up, and I was like, oh yeah, remember Katy Perry Boo? That's hilarious. And he goes, are you guys serious right now? And I go, yeah, why? That was me. Like, bullshit. And then he pulled out his phone, and he had everything on his phone. He's showing me all these pictures and all this stuff. I was like, well, goddamn, you sneaky little bastard. That was funny as hell. So, yep. We talked about Eddie Curry earlier. Good. I do think the TikTok bracket would be good, but that Missy Carroll will just roll in that bracket. Maybe do it and don't have Missy in that bracket.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Yeah, because if you
Drew,
have her in there, she's steamrolling.
I mean, Drew is the 1 seed, from what I know of. There could be other ones that I'm not sure of. I think you'd have to bring in Missy as a consultant for that one. I'm gonna have to think on this. If I got any better ones, I'll figure it out.
Barstool Sports White Sox fans, but you can't have White Sox Dave in it.
No, it has to only be White Sox or Barstool guys, so they can't use their pull. And white Barstool guys and Barstool affiliated guys, like Brian Knights.
Brian Nice.
He won it, but he technically is a Barstool affiliated guy. So yeah, put them like Carl.
I know. Actually, no. I know how you can do it. Search through White Sox Twitter. Whoever has like hashtag Viva or Viva La Stool in their bio,
Yep.
have that as their own bracket.
I mean, they're in Chicago now. They have a Chicago office that's actually
Mhm.
pretty awesome. So I'm sure you could talk to some of the guys that you know over there and convince them that this would be a good idea for them and just give them their own bracket. Maybe get them to sponsor the shit. They got enough sponsors. This is interesting. I think we might be onto something. I think we just made you money too. That's what we do around here.
Since Beefloaf is the one who does the bracket, he'd be like, "People I hate on Twitter bracket."
Just personally.
just
Like the
personally, yeah.
people Beefloaf hates. I know you got sponsors already. Are you saying you can't have more? That's not a winner's mentality there. You take all the money you can get. You take all the money you can get. Did I mention the show is brought to you by Sports Mockery, sportsmockery.com, and Uncle Bud's and Tito's? See, that's what I'm talking about. Billy Wires versus Frank the Tank.
Yes,
That'd be a hell of a matchup. That's all I got for right now.
Do you want?
can't
I
think
want
of
to read
another
this
bracket.
Jerry Reinsdorf quote in that Sun Times story.
Yeah, go ahead. I just saw it.
Yeah, shout out to Nick Morawski, friend of the show, who tweeted it out. Friends of mine have said, "Why don't you sell? Why don't you get out?" And my answer always has been, "I like what I'm doing, as bad as it is, and what else would I do? I'm a boring guy. I don't play golf. I don't play bridge. What else would I do? And I want to make it better. I want to make it better before I go." There you go. So are you back in? Jerry Reinsdorf wants to make it better for you.
Oh, God, no. All I got from that is I will teach you how to play golf, Jerry. Yeah, that's not from today.
Yeah, it looks like it was
yeah, that's not from today. That is an older quote, but I will I volunteer as tribute. I will teach Jerry how to golf if he sells the White Sox for free, but he just has to pay for all the really expensive golf courses.
He shows up. He's like, all right, so you got the money to cover the round?
Get him I'm sure he can get a really nice simulator. Guy's worth millions and millions of dollars.
Jerry shows up. He's like, "Are you covering the rental for the clubs?" Like,
yeah, he's gonna rent clubs. Fuck out of here. I will say though, I play in these golf outings for work, and we play some pretty nice courses. And I always fuck up because I always check the box that I'll bring my own clubs, and then I get to this course, and it's a pain in the ass to like ship your clubs or like travel with them. And then I get to these courses and I look at the rentals they're giving out, and they're all like year-old TaylorMade sets or year-old Callaway sets because they're all nice courses. So they have like sponsorship deals with these nice. And I'm just like, why didn't I just put I wanted rentals and play a nice round with nice clubs? But it is different.
Yeah, the feel, because you know your clubs.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is you know your sticks. But yeah, no, Jerry would definitely he'd wing a noodle into the woods and spend 20 minutes trying to find it. It's like, bro, you're worth $20 billion. Like, that's not even how much is he worth?
You see him kicking the ball out of the rough. It's like, oh, look at this drive.
Jerry Reinsdorf is literally worth $2.4 billion. Man,
And a
could
lot
never
more when he sells in like 5 years.
I think that part of that is like his equity in the White Sox is in that net worth. But yeah,
Well, the Bulls too.
and the Bulls.
Well,
Yeah, I
the
will.
Bulls is where like he has a lot of money.
If he wants to pay me, put me on the payroll to be his full-time golf instructor, I will quit my current job and do that and take one for the team. And teach Jerry how to golf if it means he sells the White Sox. He can keep the Bulls. Keep the Bulls for now.
What if he doesn't
But-
sell the White Sox, but he does want to learn how to play golf? He hires you, and then you guys become best friends, and then you can't really hate him as much as he used to.
Is he paying me in this scenario?
Well, yeah, he hired you. You're the golf instructor. The White
Oh,
Sox
then
still
yeah.
suck, though. He's still
That's
not
my-
spending.
No, see, now that's my homie because I'm in his ear.
Okay.
I have direct access. Direct access.
Oh man, Zoe does all the wrong free agent signings. We're like, fuck.
That would be bad if I'm like, all right, we're gonna hit a 3-wood here, sign Jorge Soler. Yeah, we're just gonna line it up here. We're gonna wind that stance a little bit, and then they sign him and 68 WRC plus seasons. You're like, oh shit, that's not me, guys.
Like, fuck.
Fuck. Be worth it though. Shit, I'll caddy for the man for $1 million a year. Get him. I'll get in that will. Get me a front office
Yeah,
shop
you
for the White Sox.
Be like, man, I've been your biggest fan for you. I know White Sox fans trash you, but I love what you've been doing with the team.
I'll pay that service that they have right now for athletes that before you go pro that goes through your Twitter and like erases everything that could be perceived as bad. I'll be like, yo, go on my Twitter account, erase anything I've ever said about Jerry Russell. I'll be like, Jerry, check Twitter, man. I've never
Twitter.
said a bad thing about you. Never said a bad thing about you. You're my guy. I've always had faith in you. Brought me 7 championships, even though they were all bullshit. Let's go. Giddy up. I think we gotta put this plan in action. We gotta put.
Give him
I
a
think I
call.
know how to. I think I know how to.
Well, you have to go to that Greek diner again. What was it? Like the
Yeah, that's Greek Isles, baby. You're sitting with Gordo.
just hang around in there until he shows up one day. Like, oh,
Apparently, that's a lunch spot for him. He likes
There you
that
go.
spot. That's his spot. So him and Gordo were chilling, man.
oh, by the way,
Uh,
I know this. I'm pretty sure White Sox fans at this point don't care because they may not be watching a lot of games. But I don't think the team has announced their new play-by-play guy.
They have it, and people
Oh
are
my
wondering like
God.
what's going on with this. They have not announced it yet. I've seen a lot of funny and a lot of real suggestions, and people just legitimate being like, "What's going on with this?"
There was
yeah,
like that
yep.
one name of the guy who would like fill in, and then I think he also does Red Sox games sometimes. And like that was right after Benetti left, and then just
Right.
nothing for the past 2 months.
Yeah.
They just have Chuck Garfien. Like, all right, Chuck, just get in the fucking booth. Nobody else wants to join.
That'd be funny. They're just like, just go on White Sox Twitter and figure it out.
Ooh,
ChatGPT.
bracket idea. People blocked by Beefloaf on Twitter. Right?
Ooh, I don't think he's a big blocker. You could do someone else. People
Damn.
blocked by Steve Stone.
There you go. Yeah, people blocked by Steve Stone.
Just call it the Steve Stone blocked bracket. I like it. No, Beef, I know you're not a big blocker. I'm not a big blocker either.
Me
I
neither.
personally 1,000,000% think muting someone is way more fun than blocking. Blocking,
Honestly,
then
I don't even
what
mute.
people take. If you block people, then they take the screenshot that you blocked them, and then they tweet it out like a badge of honor, which is really weird because you're just admitting to everyone that you're kind of a dick.
Yeah.
But if you mute, they don't know that. They're just talking in the oblivion, and they can't see your shit.
What was I gonna say? Have you ever randomly been surprised that someone blocked you and you're like, wait,
Yeah.
I don't ever even no, but like you don't even ever remember interacting with them. You're like, wait,
Yes.
what?
It happened in the 108 tourney. It was the woman that now all of a sudden she's done with the White Sox. She said that they betrayed her. They tried to kick her out or something. The lady, she wears like a ton of lipstick. She does like travel packages and stuff like that. She sits a couple rows behind the visiting Sox chick. That's it, Sox chick.
Okay.
Yeah, she it's the 108 tournament. I'm going up against her, and I went to go look at her account. I was like, I'm blocked. Like, what
She was
have I
taking the
ever
competition
done?
seriously. She didn't want to say.
I had no idea when I've ever interacted with this woman. I had never talked to her, whatever. And we talked it out. Happy to say we talked it out. I've been unblocked. We've actually talked a couple times since. She's a very nice woman. She thinks the White Sox has done her dirty, so she's done being Sox chick, which is unfortunate. She, but yeah. And I honestly, though, I did when I found out that I was blocked by her, I looked, and I think I know why I was blocked.
Ooh.
I think I figured it out. So she put out like a White Sox rap song
Oh.
a couple years before that 108 tourney, and I think I said it was Cheeks, and I didn't really go in on it. I was just like,
So
this is bad.
so you knew exactly why you were blocked.
Well, now I didn't know. I didn't put two to two together.
Oh, well, later on, you.
Yeah, until later on. She's a very, very nice woman, though. I've actually talked to her a couple times since, and I don't have a bad thing to say about it. But what up? We got some more stuff. I had a guy block.
News.
What happened?
I just saw it's getting drafting in here. Congratulations on the dub, Southside So. You won with 42% of the vote.
Suck it, Sam.
Herb in second place, 32%. Sam, 19%. Brian in last place with 7%.
Suck it, Sam. Hold on, I gotta quote that real quick. What did Dougie say? I had a guy block me and then show up to our tailgate, immediately call him out to his face. Now that's what I'm talking about. I loved it. And since Dougie's in the comments, phenomenal job with the Cubs trolls the other day, bud. I was enjoying myself quite a bit. They were hitting you with those third grade, ugh, you're fat. And you're just like, wait, no shit. Are you serious? I was laughing at all of them, dude. What else? The Ricky Renteria, she still promotes herself on Facebook with a great gusto. Oh, I'm not aware of the Facebook stuff. I only block ads, so I've got that. Jerry, I have the same thing. I do block ads and weird crypto accounts that tag me in post. That's an instant block just because I don't want to deal with any of that shit anymore. But yeah.
I thought Elon was supposed to get rid of all the fucking bots. There's more fucking bots. Like what?
And they're absolutely hysterical. Because I'll like put something about like WRC or stuff like that. And then I'll like 2 days later it'll be like by like some blonde Croatian chick that is looking for a boyfriend. And it's just really funny though. I'm guessing this has to do with the title of the program, Keith. There are people that care, bud. There really are. Yeah, Elon needs money because Lord knows he needs that. But I'm not. You're not a big blocker at all.
Me?
Wait a minute. Wait, this can't be right. This has to be a troll. Ma'am, if you're watching the show, please do not curse this show. And also, can you like double lift the ban or the curse on the White Sox? Holy cow. We're honored to have you on here.
Yeah,
and
shout out.
I mean, it worked. You demolished the team last year. I know you were
worked a little too well. Yeah.
I think you were just trying to like get Clevenger, but I think we got to work on the aim a little bit. That's all. I'm saying constructive criticism. I'm being nice, all respect. You got them, but you sprayed a little bit. So if you can, I'm asking you very politely, if you can just reel that in for us a little bit. Curse whatever team signs them. Somebody's going to pay them. Take that curse off the White Sox. Put it on that new team. White Sox win 75 games. Reverse the curse. Let's go.
Maybe the curse itself was just too strong that it overextended. passed.
I think that might have been it. I think the
with
curse.
Clevenger, yeah.
I don't think you were aware of the great power that you possessed, and yeah, I mean, thank you for coming in the comments. We appreciate it, Scarlet Witch. Either did we. To be honest with you, when we originally saw the video, we came on here like, oh, I don't know how bad this is going to be. We actually had one of our listeners, Missy, was supposed to reach out to you because she said she's well versed in this to help you reverse it. Apparently, she didn't do her job. Thanks, Missy.
We gotta get,
but
we gotta get them. We gotta get the guy with the cane at the 2021 playoff game. Do like a curse bracket, like the best White Sox Twitter cursors.
yeah, and just
For the
again,
108 tourney.
Miss Scarlet. I don't know if you go by Miss Scarlet or Miss Witch, but I'm asking. I'm actually kind of begging here, live in front of people. Just can you please just take that curse off, because that was a really shitty year last year. So please do that, please.
Actually, it was a pretty damn good year for him.
All right, Amy, Miss Amy,
Same.
yeah. Please, curse is gone, ladies.
Curse is gone.
Breaking news. Pinwheels and Ivy, you heard it first. 2 hour and 20-minute mark into this show. We have lifted the curse off the White Sox. Thank you very much, Amy. It is greatly appreciated. Ooh, I don't know about you all. I feel better.
I'm starting to buy into White Sox 75 wins.
Just to be sure, I can go around the same. Hey, we're gonna. If you want to sage the place, salt the plate, whatever you need to do, this is your curse, Amy. So whatever you feel is the necessary steps to completely cleanse the team of that curse, and then you can go ahead and just take all that curse energy and just Hadouken onto whatever team does sign him. But we really, really appreciate that. I can't believe we just did that. See, there's a reason why we spill these shows over the 2 hour mark. That's fine. You can be a Cleveland fan. Perfectly fine. Let the fellas duke it out on a level playing field, not where one is cursed and one isn't. Let it be even Stevens, and we'll be all right. But yeah, I'm gonna go bet the over now before the Sharks find out that the curse is lifted.
About the over now.
Yeah, breaking moves.
Are the Sox back?
Are the Sox back? Oh my goodness, I can't believe this just happened live on this show. I'm just glad we could do
Sox are 500 at the end of April. We need people to credit Pinwheels and Ivy for.
You might still get a Jose Ramirez rematch. Tim might just be wearing a different uniform, but it's definitely possible, or Jose Ramirez can go to Japan and fight him. But yeah, I'm so glad we can do Missy Carroll's work for her. They do need a new stadium. I hope it's great. I'm very excited about it. So I'm actually going to call the show now and end on this high note, because the Scarlet Witch, aka Amy, being opening day during the apocalypse. Ooh,
oh shit!
This is getting heavy, dude.
We're about to have a brawl.
This is getting heavy. Well, thank you to everyone that tuned in tonight to talk about the White Sox potentially building a new stadium. Been watching the viewer count tonight. Some of the highest numbers we've had in a little bit. Appreciate that. We filled in the middle with some prospect talk. Then
I was going to say, if the Cubs want to sign Cody Bellinger next Wednesday night, like around 7:45 p.m. Central, that'd be great.
But I think personally for me, the highlight of the night is we got the Scarlet Witch, aka Miss Amy, to lift the curse of starter number 5. We don't even say his name on the show. We don't even say his name on the show. Starter number 5, ex-starter number 5. The curse has been lifted. I'm not even gonna lie. I just feel 150 pounds lighter right now.
Bet the over, folks.
So for Olo Soto, I am Matt Swatsky, aka Father Zoe. For this guy, K Fids, and of course for
Kick Rocks, Mitch.
This is Pinwheels and Ivy. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for all the love, and we'll see you guys again next week.